Sound.
Hey, true believers. Whoops, wrong ones.
Oh, that's
All right. Anyway, it is time to rank some comic covers. Is anybody here? Usually, there's chatter in the comments section by now. So this is a party that we threw that nobody's coming to. Come on, what's up? Alrighty. So anyway, we are going to be ranking some covers, and it might just be us, it seems. And this time around, we're going to be talking about covers where the superheroes or the heroes, the protagonist, lose it. And I figured there's a lot of ways to do that. You could do it, of course, with anger, just going crazy, losing your mind, or you could do it with grief. So I added as many as I can of all different kinds of losing it happening. Alrighty, let's see, 2. And I'm sitting here all comfortable chatting it up with RDV. I forgot to make the page up here, so I'll do that now. And of course, help us rank the books. We have the Lester sisters. Are y'all there to say hello?
The cat was here before, though.
Okay, we've got RDV.
What's up, guys?
And he's enjoying himself some Raisin Bran as we go.
Dude, I guess.
Eric Back Issue Breen is with us. How you doing, sir?
I'll answer for the Lesters. Hello. No.
Hello.
Hello.
Alrighty. And LK, how are you doing today, guys?
I'm doing all right.
And I got to tell you, there's some good covers here. Who's losing it more, the superheroes or England team tonight?
I'll tell you this
either every day. So yeah.
I'll tell you this though. And now I'm close to the 40. Mountain Dew does me even worse than Raisin Bran. So.
Yeah, when you start losing that desire to have very sweet foods, certain things go. And we were talking about this, and we could continue talking if you want, as we're waiting for people to jump in here.
Hey, it's a wild Zack.
I was mentioning, I am, as far as cereal is concerned, I'm done with Captain Crunch. I will never have it again. I'd rather have the roof of my mouth than Captain Crunch.
You know what's worse than that is if you don't eat it right away, it's soggy.
Oh, it's soggy in about 3 seconds. Oh my gosh, we've got a ZACK on hand.
Yep. I'll guess a little man.
I just got a tweet says Captain Crunch is through with you. So
Captain Crunch amicable breakup.
Yes. I love Captain Crunch.
I don't mind the taste. Zach, you should have been here. I'll actually be here for the auction next week. I've got
to look and see. I've got to look and see what I need. I have a ton of them. I got to look and see what I need. I know I was out. I just got power back at my house yesterday.
What I'm most proud of are these later ones that I was able to find.
Also, nice. Zach, we're 20 tonight. We're 20 tonight.
No, I gotta change my picture. I can't be twins with a 40-year-old.
What are you, like 38?
36? 36.
Oh, and for the record, Crunch Berries are superior to Captain Crunch.
Also, Blueberry, Crunch Berries.
That is absolutely true.
You know what? I'm at the point where I just like regular Cheerios with some honey on them.
But you're not wrong about the tears up the top of your mouth.
Yeah. The greatest cereal of all time, in my opinion, is Apple Jacks. Maybe Corn Pops.
Nope.
Not the gang member that followed Biden, but
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, Fruity Pebbles. But if that's only if I'm okay with going into a diabetic coma.
Alphabets was the best, and they discontinued that.
Oh, Frosted Flakes were really good too.
Alphabets taste like the box they come in.
I can show my name out with the alphabets. I can't do the other cereal.
All right, so you know what? We've got 18 people in here. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's get this ball on the road.
Real quick, Bug, though, I just want to say though, for those who like the Halloween themed cereal, Frankenberry, and Blueberry and all that stuff, they're all back in stock now.
Oh, I know. They brought back the Frankenstein or Dracula's daughter, where it's apple flavored. I want to
thought
get
they
there.
brought those back every year. Don't
Yeah,
bring
they
those back
started
every
to
year?
do that now.
It's Halloween next
okay.
month. It's Halloween
Yeah.
next month. Halloween's out sale now.
Oh, let me set
fantastic.
something up. Where, I forgot I need the bracket fight.
I just
I
want to
didn't
jump
bring
straight
that
to
in.
Christmas.
Say again?
I said, I just want to jump straight to Christmas.
Next week,
I am in a very Christmassy mood.
Hey.
I've been wanting to start watching Christmas movies already.
At the end of this month, it'll be Christmas, okay?
The end of September?
Pretty much, yes, it will be. Because they're always like 3 months ahead.
They actually are. Where was I? I was in like a Target. Not Target. It was some other big store. And they already had Christmas stuff going up. It might have been Target.
Walmart.
It was either probably Walmart or Hobby Lobby. I've seen Christmas stuff in both places.
I was at Walmart earlier. They got like the giant 12-foot Skeletors.
So last time we did Catwoman and Jungle Comics. Okay, so this must be this one right here. Okay, and that will be for our bracket fight. Let's get this thing going. Lester's, are you there? All right, we'll start with
There you go. The comment.
oh my gosh, what?
Who's eating grape nuts? Are you eating grape nuts, RDV?
No, I just had Raisin Bran.
Oh, well, that's like second place.
It's almost as bad.
Yeah, that's
Agreed.
pretty much.
I love it.
Agreed. All righty. RDV, are you ready? Are you at least somewhere near done with the series? Because with the Lesters out, you get to start us off. And you have Wonder Woman number 180.
I saw this as a thumbnail. I thought we were doing the crazy, because originally my suggestion was superheroes going crazy.
I put in just losing it, and I put in a whole
I know.
a bunch of different emotions. So, yeah.
Steve, what have I done to you? You look so old.
He looks like Bilbo Baggins. Secret Service agent Bilbo Baggins.
He looks like he's shrunk.
Not with those little feet.
Yeah. that's Pixel.
Oh yeah, look at the fingers. Yeah, they're long.
Oh wait, no
and
wait,
dainty.
she's holding him. He's dead down there.
That's why she left him.
And his hand's broken too. Ooh.
Is his hand broken?
Well, look at the angle at it's turned.
Could be.
The wrist. I gotta go 6. I'm not a fan of this.
All righty. And how about you, Eric?
Well, first I want to say we had a dog as a child, and we fed the dog Raisin Bran. It would just attack the bowl, and then when he put his head up, all the raisins were at the bottom of the bowl. I don't know how. I didn't know a dog could discipline themselves like that.
I don't know if dogs can eat raisins.
Well, or choose not to. Okay, I'm going to say 8 on this, but I want to say Diana is an absolute trollop in this issue, because right after Steve goes off to die, she starts flirting with Tim Trench. Just saying.
Oh my.
Womp womp.
Okay. All right, we got an 8 from Eric. LK.
Again, I mean, it's fine. 7.
All righty. And the Lesters. Oh, no, Zach. Zach's here.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Zach.
Hi.
Zach.
Yeah. Hi. I gotta give this a 4. I'm sorry. I think it's bad. There's nothing on it that makes me want to pick up the cover. The green outlining is weird. Now I'm looking at the guy more and more. He looks more like a short Leonard Nimoy. It's just really confusing. And also, you don't want to see Wonder Woman like crying after a guy. I don't know. It's off-putting to me. I give it 4.
All righty. And the Lester sisters.
Oh, okay.
Wow. This doesn't look like Wonder Woman at all. I mean,
This was during her secret agent era. She wasn't wearing the costume and everything. I think I have that right.
The Avengers were very big on television at the time.
oh,
Not the comic book, but the British version with Emma Peel, and they basically repurposed Diana into Emma Peel for a couple of years, and this is from that.
She also lost her powers too, right?
Yeah. And the little guy's got him I Ching. He was her mentor. He was blind, but he could, he had like Daredevil, like, ways
Stick?
around.
Is he Stick in a suit?
No, he was Stick about 12 years before Miller stole it from I Ching.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna say if he's Stick, he's probably in a lawsuit.
Well, he probably stole it from, because I think Remo Williams' novel came out before this. I think that was like
Chun with Chun,
yeah.
So what do you score this, ladies?
Oh, I mean, I guess it's fine. The drawing's okay, but thinking of it, I'm not sure that it really makes me want to read the book or, be all that interested about what's going on. The guy looks a little creepy too, and then there's just a disembodied hand. I don't know. I guess it's well drawn, like 6 maybe.
I was feeling 6
Alrighty.
too.
How about you, Melissa?
I was kind of feeling the 6 too. Like, to me, it kind of like Steve's hand seems a little disjointed or something. I don't know if it's just all the tangents with
It
it.
kind of does.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anatomically it actually is,
It's broken.
but it feels odd.
It seems like it should be a drawing of her and Steve, but it isn't. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah. So I think
So what do you
I'll give
score
it
it?
a 6.
A 6. Alrighty.
Mhm.
There were a few I was going to put in. I already had Superman represented, and so I took the Death of Superman trade paperback out. That cover with Lois Lane holding him and all that, losing it in that way. And so I put this in, and I wanted to there's another grieving right after this, and I want to see it because this is a very good example of how not to do it. And we're about to get a great example of how to do it. The Lois Lane would have been good. This right here, it's like he drew the cover on a blank piece of paper and said, okay, here's your cover. And they said, well, there needs to be something. He says, no, I want you to focus on the grieving Wonder Woman. And they said, no, we need a background. And so he painted green around them. It just seems so off and so wrong.
There's a reason for that. I Ching, when he channels his powers, he becomes cha-ching.
There you go. And it's all about money, and it's green. Yeah, I think this is truly, truly a bad cover, which makes me think that maybe I should actually seek out bad covers, and we'll just do one show of that. All righty, kids. Yeah, I'm giving this a 4 as well.
Yeah, but you know what we would do if you did that?
Enjoy it?
If you did that, no, we would rate everything 10s. You'd get pissed and go, do you know how long I worked to find these bad guys? You keep giving them all 10s.
That's true. Yes. Rhaegar says 7. Jim says 6, and so does Ethereal Dragon. All righty. And then we have Henry giving this a 6. And we have Aqualad a 5. Jackson Raykirk a 7. All righty. We have a 7 from Michael saying it is a weak cover. And then Steve got raisin brain to death. And then you're probably very lucky, dog, that didn't eat the raisins.
Oh, yeah.
That's the line that Nick Spencer should have said. What about the raisin bran? 9 from Dan Alvin. Alrighty. Then we have 6 from Maranya saying Wonder Woman number 180. Good concept, medium execution, scoring not so wonderful. 6.
Well, I'll just say that if that dog had ate the raisins, he'd be outside for the next day or two.
I Ching, is that a Asian take on I Spy? I dropped my score to a 5. It is a weak cover. Alrighty. 7. Okay.
Henry.
And then let's see. I love this. His hand looks mangled, like he's been beat to a pulp. I feel the tragedy. Alrighty. There you go. No need. You pick bad covers all the time. Righty. There you go. Okay, so let's drop this monstrosity. I promise you, the grieving cover that's right after this one, you're going to like better. Alrighty. So we have 2 4s, knocking out the 9s and the 8s. So the highest it could go is 7, but it fails to do that because we've got 6 6s and 3 7s. So this is a 6. All righty, here we go. One more. There we are. Okay, and we're going to go around. We'll get to you. No, you know what? I'll start. I'll go to the Lesters this time, and you can do the Good Grieving cover. This is Avengers number 113.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Marvel Comics, Avengers. You killed him, world. You killed the man I love. Well, there's a.
Oh, thank
now
you.
I'm going to make you pay. Well, that kind of makes sense, right? She's talking about a specific person, and there he is on the cover. Iron Man's like kind of looking over her shoulder, like checking out what's going on.
Like, what now? What now?
What now? What now? He's
What is she
moving.
crying about now?
Yeah.
It's just a damn robot.
I'm pretty sure you can fix up the robot. He'll be
Robot.
okay. You know, it's weird. I guess the idea of the way this is put together is better, but I don't feel like she's being very emotionally specific. Maybe it's just the angle of the face is at, but it's kind of hard to get a read on her. I guess it looks a little staged, but that's okay too. That's fine. The background's
It's definitely better.
fine. It's definitely better. It is definitely better.
Undeniably better.
Wait, do you say that that staged? Like it was good, like she knew he was going to die?
No, like it's
I
like
know.
it's very dramatic, like a play or something. It's
Yeah.
not.
That's
Doesn't
Rich
look
Buckner.
natural and humanistic.
Mhm.
So what do you ladies score it?
It's definitely better than the other.
I say
guess
at least a 7.
yeah, it's sure 7. Yeah,
Do you think it'd go? Did you want to go 8, or you
8?
think, or do you think it's like a? I could go 8. You could go 7. And I'm average out to be
Okay.
about a high 7.
there you go.
There you
All
go.
right, we got 1718 RDV.
Iron Man's looking over. Gee, for a guy named Vision, you think you would have saw that coming?
I know, right?
Thor is just killing the guy in the background, the Nazis and stuff, and then I guess it's supposed to be Black Panther, but he doesn't look like Black Panther. He just looks like a.
What are you talking about?
No, he
How
looks
does
exactly like Black Panther.
That's exactly how he looks. Like, what is he supposed to look like?
He's got the build of the beast.
He looks like the Bulk from
He's
you know, like
a
the
guy.
parody version of the Hulk.
He took a
so
steroid
weird.
herb. Of course he's going to be bold.
And also, why is he knocking down Wolverine? Just because he's Australian.
I thought they were fighting Nazis.
I know, but the one that's out on the ground there,
Yeah.
it looks like Wolverine's pants.
So what do you score this, Frank?
I'll give it a 7.
All righty, and how about you, Eric?
My comic son disappoints me again.
Ooh.
Sorry, dude.
This is a 10. And Amy, this actually started. This had been building. Wanda had gotten a bug up her butt about humanity, and they actually kept this plot line going for about another 10, 12 issues after that. She didn't really change her tune until she went to study with Agatha Harkness. So that's your unnecessary context for this cover.
Oh, but that's interesting though.
How
I
about
guess-
you? Oh, sorry, LK. What do you think?
I'm not that impressed with it. It's a Rich Buckler cover. The concept and the layout is okay, but I don't like any of the kind of almost lack of detail. The characters look very stiff. It's a 6.
All righty. Okay, Zach.
There's only one number that this could be given, and it is a 10.
Okay.
The colors, the drama, the action.
There you go.
It's a 10.
All righty. The foreground is awesome. Scarlet Witch, Vision, the rubble, everything looks great. But, you know, RDV pointed out Iron Man just looking awkwardly over. What the f is she yelling about? Yeah, the bulky Black Panther looks weird. Captain America, he's doing his thing, and then off we have Nazis fighting whom off in the corner. It doesn't. It's a good looking cover that doesn't make sense.
Actually,
That has big flaws. I've got to go 7 on this.
What is he firing his repulsor at?
I know, right? It's like, God dang you, building blast.
It's a combination. So that Nazi that's flying up towards the corner, it's a combination of Cap's right hook and then Iron Man's repulsor. That's why he's got this.
That's pre super strength Cap, and he's knocked him literally into the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's.
Alrighty, so Blizzard says 10, Jim says 9. Alrighty. And then we have, this might be the lowest score for a cover in a while, says Michael, 8 for Ethereal Dragon. Okay, and we've got, this is how we got Multiverse of Madness, says Rhaegar. Jackson says 10. Alrighty, and then we've got 7 from Aqualad. And we have Iron Man's like, now's my chance. Michael Taylor says 8. Let's see, Avengers 6 says Henry, and Rhaegar gives it a 9. So we've got a 6 and a 9. And Eric and Boyd says 9. And Maranya says Avengers 13, Pieta-inspired pose, front and center with battle in the background, well rendered, just enough background to set the scene. Score Vision 10.
Eric and Boyd lowered his score to a 7 because he said he just saw BP.
He lowered his score to a 7.
Yeah, I didn't like the BP oil spill.
Okay. Alrighty,
Yeah,
and then we have a 7 from MK, which is trying too hard. She's saying, "I shall avenge you." Insert campy Iron Man pun here.
Yeah, Rhaegar's
okay, and then Wanda had a bug up her butt. Sounds like a good time to. Wait, what? I don't get that one at all. 9 from Dan Alvin. Again, big Buckler fan. Love all the concise details across the entire background to the bottom of the 4. Tony assist on Cap's punch is great. Alrighty, and raise me to a 10, says Rhaegar. Okay, Rhaegar was a 9. Now he's a 10. Let's see. E, it's okay, but it ain't no bone. Number 43. Let's see. L, I know, Boyd, I do too. I keep telling them make videos with these facts, short and sweet. I know, like little, not TikToks, but YouTube shorts, because no TikTok. Parasocial audience says 5. Poor cover. Alrighty, and then let's see. Say what you will about stage acting, but when comics get Shakespearean, I am intrigued by the story. Yeah, and if you've read Stan Lee, man, you've been through a couple of them, right? Okay, so let's get stop on this one. And once again, if you do have a late vote, put it in. If it changes anything, we'll change it for you. And what we got is a 5 taking down one of those 5 10s, and then 2 6s taking out 2 more. So now we only got 2 left. Those 6 7s take those 2 10s away, as well as all 3 9s and 1 of those 3 8s. And that's where this thing lands, right smack dab in the 8s. All righty. There we go. And let's see. It is, I believe, Eric's turn to lead us off. And, you get a Silver Age comic. As a matter of fact, you get Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 37. Hey, you Super Wolf, you 2-timer. If our Super Baby hadn't ripped open that safe, I'd never known you're still in love with Lana, Lori, and Lila. And Superman saying, Lois, I should have known our marriage would be unhappy. You'll always be jealous of my old girlfriends. There you go.
And then Super Baby says, you're not my mom. Wait, what? Just for the silliness alone, this is a 10.
Okay, and this is why the death of
look at all the broken plates down by Superman.
I know, right? There's a vase broken as well.
She's been doing this as breakfast, and they're having dinner.
All righty, LK, what do you say?
Yeah, it's a fun cover, but I'm docking it a point because they kind of give it away, and I think it makes it less interesting when you put a tagline in there about it. A great new imaginary story. Why?
Okay.
Why do that to somebody who's going, oh, this looks interesting. Instead, you already know that it's not real. It happened, or so it's some fantasy.
I wonder if they did that so casual readers wouldn't think they were married.
Well, half of the story output in these days in the Superman books were imaginary stories.
Yeah, but I mean, you still don't have to say that on the cover like that. I mean, I knew going in, obviously, either there's some device probably strapped to Lois's head, she's having a dream, or whatever. So I mean, with it, still being whimsical and some good stuff, I'll give it a 9.
It'd be like if SmackDown announced they're going to have Roman Reigns of the Bloodline at the end of the.
How do you feel about it, Zach?
Better than anything on AEW.
Not.
No.
I do like the plate stuck down around Superman's feet. It's like
I think the rolling pin just cracking in half is the sell point.
The humor of it is what gets it the grade, in my opinion. Here, I'm gonna give it a 7.
All righty, we got a 7 from Zach. Lester's.
The illustration quality, of course, is excellent.
Yep. I think she's got pretty good form on that throwing plates at Superman.
And if she can break, that's a thick rolling pin. She's actually able to throw it hard enough.
Yep.
I mean, if I threw a rolling pin against a brick wall, I don't think I could break it. That's a pretty impressive upper body strength on Lois.
That's true.
She's an enraged woman. She has an uncanny strength.
Yes.
Well, Superman better be careful then.
She's already reloaded.
Yeah.
I know, right? It just got there, and she's got another plate lined up.
She's got a whole stack of them on that table in the corner.
No, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I think this is fun. I mean, it's kind of hard because you're like, okay, Superman's definitely got it coming. What in the world is he doing? Also, is one of them a mermaid?
Yeah,
one of them
is a mermaid.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. All right. Yeah, it's a whole lot of what the heck, but it does say imaginary story, so I think that kind of helps you go, oh, okay, so don't take it too seriously, which I think actually kind of benefits it, but it depends.
Because it's sort of like the Pina Colada song. It's played for laughs, but there's something secretly tragic about it.
Yeah.
So what do you ladies score this?
That it was recorded?
3 times on the ceiling.
I'll give it a 9. I think it's
me
pretty
too, a
good.
9.
Alrighty. Okie dokies. RDV.
As somebody already pointed out in the chat before I got to my turn, it's magical and great imaginary story because Superman does not have a child with Lois Lane. This is all make-believe fantasy tale. But I do like the fact that she's able to throw that stuff, just reload. It's really zany, like cartoon stuff. I'm expecting her to throw like the safe door at him next.
Yeah, that would totally work.
All right, so what do you score this one?
It's a 10.
All righty. I love this cover. This is going to be a grail one. If this comes in a collection, I'm keeping it. It's on the wall. That's my criterion for wall books. They don't have to be expensive. They have to be cool. And this one is. And I agree. This is absolute fun. It is a 10 in my opinion. For that reason, Glenzer says 10 as well, and Ethereal says 8, and Jim says 7. All right, we've got a wrong one. We have a 7, an 8, and a 10. Eric Boyd, I'm eating while I watch, so I'm not paying close enough attention. I think I pissed Angleton for him to pay attention to my scores. I paid attention to both of your scores last time, and Parasocial is saying hello to everybody. Said to him.
You mean when they changed them?
Yeah, I know, right? Michael Taylor. Well, you changed. I started at the top where you were reading further than I was because I got to write stuff down. Like Michael Taylor says, gotta love this cover. Give it a 9. And then Rhaegar says 8. We have Aqualad 10. The rolling pin breaking on Superman's head. Right? I know that's funny as hell to me too. All righty. Let's see. Eric and Boyd says 5. Lois Lane not interested. Give it a 5. Says Henry. Alrighty. And then we have comic book having an imaginary story. Who'd have thought? Jackson says 9, and Parasocial says 9. Hilarious. I actually like the tip off that it's imaginary. So we got 2 more 9s. And then we have rolling pin for the 9, says Dan Alvin. Alrighty, and then let's see. Since she's his girlfriend on the title, they had to say it was an imaginary story that they had a baby. Well, back then, having the baby out of wedlock would have been something. And one of the things that happened. This is a result of Frederick Wortham. Is Lois Lane went from hard-nosed reporter to, gosh, I hope Superman marries me. That was her entire story for a long time. I'm working on a straight flush of 9s. Thus far, LOL, says Dan. Did Zach just say I like Superman's feet?
No, I said I like the plates broken around his feet. Word twister.
Yeah, it makes it more sexy for Zach if there's plates broken around him. Lois Lane, Silver Age silliness, rage from Lois, rolling pin, breaking down Superman's head. Super Baby is a dick like his daddy. Score an imaginary story 10. And let's see, how does Superboy exist if Superman is married? Okay, so Parasocial, a man and a woman get together. One,
they plant the seed in a pot.
Has a plug. The other one has a outlet, or in this case, an inlet. You take the plug. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's see.
I can't understand why we never get new people.
Yeah, I think it's clear.
Say what?
What?
Oh, why we never get new people. MK says 10. Super Baby in his little diapers. Lois about to chuck a plate at Superman like, woman, get back in the kitchen. All righty, that was MK, by the way. All righty, so we get a 10 from MK. And inside these pages, you find out Lois is jealous, and it's because she is a wine mom who likes Pinot Noir just a bit too much. People in the chat said you didn't. I will ignore them. Okay. Tipping off that it's imaginary is a bit like putting a disclaimer on your video that your monologue is satire. I know, right? There you go. Okay. Let's get the stop on this one, and I'll bring this down. Let's see where we stand with Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, 37. 2 5s, taking out 2 of those 7 10s. And then we've got 2 7s and 2 8s trying as well, but now there's 1 10 left. But those 7 9s take them down.
So who fell over?
Everybody okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard a loud crash.
We're all surviving. There you go.
I didn't hear a crash.
Yeah, it was just somebody moving in their chair. Okay, so we got a 9. And wait a second, did I miss one? Oh no, it's all the way down there. Okay.
Well, who's typing? That's what I want to know.
All right, so we have that was Amy, RDV, Eric, and now it's LK's turn. Okay. Sometimes I may go a little artsy on it, and I see things, that others don't. So I apologize in advance for this next cover, but I think this is a little bit more of what RDV had in his mind of people going freaking crazy. And ladies and gentlemen, and LK, I give you Daredevil number 228.
What on earth?
Born Again. You ever read it?
No, I didn't read this one.
Oh.
It's interesting. I can see who they're going for. Maybe it's the scan, so I'm not going to completely hold it back. But the purple cracks just really, for me, just really completely distract from.
Well, of course, that's to show that he's fractured. At this point in time, what happened was he goes to his house. Daredevil blows it up. He literally has nothing. He's seen his world fall apart.
Daredevil doesn't blow it up. Kingpin does, because Karen sells his secret identity for a hint of a drug.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, fractured. I mean, means a lot of different things. I mean, it's a nice close up of kind of a terrified Matt Murdock. It's a 7.
Paranoid, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and how about you, Lesters?
I think the thing that stands out to me the most is that his eyes aren't rendered correctly for the angle of his head. I don't know if that's a deliberate thing, but it makes kind of a warped face and makes his focus a little unclear. And it kind of cheated on his chin there, so the foreshortening on that isn't quite right. They did kind of an interesting job with the lighting. At least it seems to agree that it's a strong light from the bottom. It's fine. Do you see something?
Oh, I'm impressed by the mouth shape and the inking.
Yeah.
It's really good inks.
Yeah, that is true. Definitely did the hatching with that. That's interesting. I'd probably give it a 7.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'd give it an 8 because I'm just really impressed by the inking.
Yeah, those are really good inks.
Okay. RDV, what do you think?
I'm going a little higher because I know the story. I love it. He's going crazy. Remember, this is a blind guy, so his eyes are going to look messed up regardless.
Yeah, a blind person's eyes, they kind of wander and not exactly in the same direction.
Yeah, but his glasses are forward and his nose is almost straight up.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
But
all right,
his nose is probably broken from hitting the blast. I don't know, nose, whatever. I'm going 9 on this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, how about you, Eric?
Frank, don't go. You're the only one I love. No thanks. I've taken all the nonsense I can stand. This is goodbye. Oh, that's right. We're ranking covers.
Oh yeah. So no. What happened? Does Frank come back?
Well, you just have to keep listening.
Oh,
Stay tuned, as they say. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give this a 9. I like this. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's a Frank Miller cover. And like Venkman said, I know where the story's going at this point. And
I need the flames and the glasses. That would have been awesome.
So yeah, 9.
All right. And LK did we get Zach? Yeah. Right?
No.
No?
I did not. I have not rated this one.
By all means, let us know, sir.
I like the face. I like the kind of the shock in the eyes. I actually like the cracked. It looks like a cracked window. I actually kind of like that. I don't know if I would use the color that they did, but it does pop against like the glasses and his skin texture, skin color. I'll give this an 8.
An 8. Alrighty. And okay, I think RDV and I are both looking at this, understanding the emotion of the story at this point in time.
Could be, yeah.
And so, yeah. And once again, I do agree with Melissa. I think the inking is awesome. I do agree with Amy that the lighting is awesome. I also think that the angle is a little bit weird, but overall, I could still feel it. Awesome. I agree also with LK, though, that even though I do, the fracturing is represented by the purple, you don't need it. I think that is more of a distraction than anything. So, yeah, as much as I would love to give this a 10, I'm going to also drop it down 1 and give it a 9. So we are leaving this one to the chat to see if there's going to be a 10 for it. Yeah, Rhaegar says 4, so obviously not from him, but Jim's a little bit worse, saying at 3. Glenzer says 8. All righty. We actually have a very bad cover here.
Yeah, Matt had been when Kingpin found out who he was, he made Matt get disbarred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. MK is saying, I enjoyed your story about the birds and bees. When did the Riddled invade Marvel Universe? I have no idea. 6 for me. The Riddled. I don't know if he's trying to say Riddler, but he says 6 on the cover.
That's probably what I'm thinking is the Riddler because of the green glasses.
5 for Joe saying meh. And then we have Jackson Roykirk giving it an 8, and 5 from Ethereal Dragon. All righty. There we go. And 3, I can't tell. He's pissed off. Well, he's not pissed off. He's losing it. He's going nuts. This is him watching his world crumble. Like I said, the losing it is a lot of different ways today. I just thought it would be kind of boring if we just.
So when someone eats your last piece of chicken that you saved for yourself.
Oh,
Rhaegar says,
no.
so bad I'm offended by merely looking at it. 7, this cover doesn't do anything for me, says Michael Taylor.
And then the
Okay.
source closed. Yes.
Matt Murdock is so pissed he can't see straight. Get it? Get it? Get it? You get it? Because I told you about it. Daredevil cover based on Matt Murdock seeing whatever he's looking at, average 6. Alrighty. And then we have Kane would be proud of these covers. Okay.
Bob Kane.
Daredevil 228. Extreme close up on a distraught Matt Murdock. Symbolic fractures of the image not quite put back together correctly. See misaligned nose and mouth. Score a fractured 10, says Maranya.
That makes sense because if if it's cracked mirror things, that's why I distorted.
An 8 from Aqualad. And Psyche is cracked as the cover depicts perspective purposely distorted. His lips and nose are uniformly off kilter adjacent to the pink split line. Give it a 9, says Dan Alvin. Alrighty. Let's see. Eric and Boyd says, my bad, I'll go 6. And I popped in late, so I don't know. They should have gotten Gil Kane to do this cover. I know if you're going to do a no shot, right? All right, let's get the stop on this one, and I'll bring this down. Let's see how it did. This was a very divisive kind of cover here. All righty, 2 3s, knocking out one of those, the 10 and one of the 4 9s. And then we have 4 knocking out one other. So we have 2 9s left, which is taken out by the 2 5s. We have 5 8s, 3 of which is taken out by the 6s. And then the 7s take out the other 2, and this is a 7. All righty.
Wow. One in each category.
There we go. All right, we got a 6, a 7, an 8, and a 9, ladies and gentlemen.
2 and a 1.
And I do believe that it is now Zach's turn, right? LK did the last one. Lester's RDB, Eric,
LK went.
and this is Zach's turn. You get to lead us off on Batman number 327.
Yo, he's actually. This is not the last time Batman will be in a straitjacket. By the way, he always seems to end up in them.
Well,
This is kind of cool. Enter Asylum Sinister. Oh wow, okay. You're just one of them. It kind of reminds me of that Rorschach bit in Watchmen. You know, Batman looks terrified, but I think Batman would be like, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. I like how all of the crazies, all the criminals are in green. They all look like Dick Tracy villains too, for some reason. Shoot, I gotta give this a 10. This is too cool. I don't even go for the Batman covers that much, but this is just awesome. I like this.
All righty. And Lester Sisters.
This is all the perspectives solid. Oh my goodness, that's pretty terrifying. I do feel bad for Batman in this one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
All righty. And we got an 8 from Melissa. Amy, what do you say?
It's fine. I guess a 7.
All righty.
Too creepy.
And RDV.
This looks like a Halloween cover because literally those guys could be zombies coming after him, and he's stuck in a straitjacket in prison.
I had to look at it for a second.
Like that would have been a great episode of The Walking Dead if they could put him in a straitjacket and left Rick in a prison full of zombies. Oh, like awesome.
Sharkman, missed opportunity.
I know, right? 8 more pages. Whoa!
That's a lot of
pretty
pages.
good. Yeah.
That's
Plus,
apparently the Lester Sisters' favorite part of the cover.
plus bonus story: Batman and Robin back together again. Is this when he was Nightwing?
That's nice.
Or
So something happy happens, I hope.
All right,
Yeah,
so what do you
I-
score it there, Bank?
I really do like this. But that face on Batman.
I know.
What happened? His face just got really skinny and droopy. I think he's melting. I'll go 9 on this.
Alrighty.
It's
Eric.
a face. It's weird.
Okay, Amy, they got together, but she's going to be cheating on him by the end of the next story.
Oh no!
no.
Oh,
It's not looking good for Frank,
poor
but
Frank.
it is looking good for this cover. Because Joe Kubert is pretty much synonymous with 10, which is what I'm giving
Nice.
this.
Back to Breen as the
Alright.
world turns.
And LK.
This should be the Wilma report. Now we have this.
Yeah, the cover gives off a real House of Mystery vibe to
True.
it. And yeah, with it being Kubert, I'll go 9.
Alrighty. I'm gonna join the 10 club for the group of people alone. I mean, you mentioned Dick Tracy villains, but I agree with LK a little bit on this one, where it's not Dick Tracy villains as much as it is House of Mystery monsters. They look like so. Yeah, especially with a green hue. Yeah, 10 definitely. Let's go to Glinzer says 10, and Eric and Boyd says 8. Alrighty, and we've got a 9 from Joe, an 8 from Ethereal, and a 9 from Jim. So 2 9s and an 8. And then 10, he's like, oh crap, I gotta pee, says MK. Alrighty, and then 10 from Rhaegar. And a 10 from Michael saying, cool cover and nice detail. Alrighty, 8. Batman is the worst thing on the cover, says Jackson. Alrighty, and that is an 8. And let's see. Batman Kubert doing superheroes, semi-rare. It's a good cover. Give it a 7, says Henry. Alrighty. And the dialogue helps us cover, but the other wording doesn't, says Glinzer. Agreed. Aqualad says 9. And we have Maranya. Batman 327. Bats is in a straitjacket in full color. Crazy villains surround him are in villain green. Great detail evokes the madness of the asylum. And Bats terror. Scored an Asylum 10. Kubert is mostly masterpieces. This is an exemplary example of his norm. Dan Alvin says 10. And Jim, I would have went 10 if the colors would have went all the way on those greens. The pencils and inks are great. Rhaegar, I like how it sounds like Zach is talking in the back room in a trucker's bathroom.
Okay.
Zach, are you moonlighting on me?
He's in the kitchen. He's
Don't
making
think
some sandwich.
different. Oh, whoa. Hold on. This is professional right here. Don't think because you changed location, you don't owe me that 15%.
Zach, I want to.
trucker bathroom.
Could I get a pastrami on rye since you're in the kitchen?
Anywho.
How does Rhaegar know what they sound like in the background of a trucker's
That's
bathroom?
what I want to know. Why does this?
Because Rhaegar's been one of our best customers for about 15 years now.
Oh,
All righty.
There you
So, anywho, let's see where this one lands. We have 2 7s trying to take down those 8 10s. So that drops to 6 10s. We've got 4 8s. So now it's 2 10s and 5 9s. Boom. All righty. This is a 9.
I think I figured it out. It was on the StreamYard keeps putting me on the wrong microphone.
Still on the hunt for the elusive 10. We have 2 9s, an 8, a 7, and a 6. That was Zach, and I guess this next one is my turn. And I was sent a couple of Spider-Mans, but this one I was very impressed because of its monochromatic look and the fact that I truly felt Spider-Man's pain. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 525.
Might be a dot.
All right. Once again, I think it's amazing. Just it looks almost like it's raining blood.
I remember when this was a new issue.
And the way the
I know,
muscles
right?
are tensed up, you can see the muscles in the neck. You could see it in the arms. Everything. I mean, they're just the tension, the way, and great rendering on everything. Love the inking on it. Amazing cover to me. I'm giving this a 10. Melissa and Amy.
Yeah, this is nicely drawn. I think I'd like to see like maybe a bit more done with the color. But if you can say you'd like to see more of something, then that's always a good sign.
True.
Yeah, this is nicely done. I guess I can give it a 9.
Okay. How about you, Melissa?
yeah, 9.
All righty. RDV.
I always hated the other series.
Say again.
When this came out, Zach, we were both buying this. I hated the other series.
Yeah, but we're just doing covers.
I remember seeing the ads for it everywhere.
I know it. Yeah, at first I'm like, who's he crying over? I'm like, did Aunt May die again? No, it's Uncle Ben still. And literally, I do like this. You know, he is on his knees and he's doing the platoon thing. Why? He's on the ground. Mike Deodato doing this. I love the rain effect, everything. This is cool. He's in a puddle. Stupid freaking UPCs. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a 10. This is cool.
All right. And Eric, what do you think?
Spider-Man's looking up going, why? Organic web shooters is the dumbest plot line I've ever been a part of.
I know.
And then the voice from on high goes, we did Sins Past. This isn't even the worst one this year. But we are not rating stories. We are rating covers. So this is a 10.
All right.
How's Frank doing?
LK.
Frank's just, he's drinking in a bar because he just caught his woman getting busy with some other dude.
Oh, poor Frank. Hang in there, dude.
He had no shot.
What do you say, LK?
Yeah, it's a very good cover, and so it's an 8.
All right. Cool. And Zach.
I like the color. I like the shading. Mike Deodato is responsible for like most of this grade. I got to give this a 10.
All right. And let's go to the chat and see what they say about this. And 10, best cover so far. Reminds me of that Rainy Day Spirit cover. Or Rainy Spirit cover. Oh, Rainy Spirit cover. Yes. 10 and 7 from Jim, 8 from Joe, and 10 from Aqualad. So 2 10s, 7 8s. All right, 7, 8, and 2 10s. Next up, Rhaegar. This is intriguing. Such depth and detail, even though it's almost all red. You can feel the rage. He gives it a 10. All righty. 9. He kind of looks like Carnage. All that red, says MK. Maranya, ASM 525, monochromatic cover, evokes blood madness. Spidey's anguish over his Uncle Ben's grave. Subtle rain effect, emphasizing anguish and sorrow. Score a sad Spidey, 10. 9 from Shirls. Hello to Shirls. Spider-Man range is cool. Tombstone has a nice detail. Spidey's head a little off. The shape of his eyes and head, still very good cover. Give it an 8. And then we have 10 from American Boyd and Michael Taylor saying cool colors, nice detail. Alrighty, I noticed when he gives 10s, that is exactly what he says each time. 9 from a Jackson Roykirk. Are you friends with Jackson Roykirk? He's a pretty cool guy. 9 from Jackson and a 5 from Ethereal saying 2 red.
Eric and Boyd, don't blame it on the rain. Blame it on Leo.
This cover is how John Harbell feels. I have no idea who that is. 7, just because I think monochromatic actually detracts from the depth, sort of buries the inking, in my humble opinion. Alrighty. And I think Spider-Man should have organic web shooters, except they should come. Yeah, they did that on what it's called. That
No Way
show.
Home. They asked him to come out of your butt.
I just ate an Enemans donut. Never eat a powdered donut before job interview. It left some sugar under my nose. The guy got the wrong impression. In Florida, you get the right impression. Yeah. And one thing I do recommend, though, is if you have a crush on your dental hygienist, eat a box of Oreos before you go in. You get to spend more time. All righty. So let's take this down. Sorry, you're going to make me smile.
That's
All
pretty
righty.
good.
And,
That's pretty good.
What we have, it's Stephen Wright. I wish I could take credit for that. That's Stephen Wright. We have 1-5 working on those 9-10s, and then we've got 2 7s taking out another one. So we went from 9 to 6, 3 8s, taking those 6 9s to 3 9s. We have 5 9s taking out the rest. Right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 11. Yep. Dang, I thought we were going to get there. But this cover is a 9. Zoink. And here we go. All righty. Will it be like the Atlas where we have 52 nines? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to go round one more, and then we'll do our bracket. All righty, and we'll start with Melissa and Amy on this next one. What do we have here?
Okay.
Yes. Another cover that is more likely what RDV had in mind. Ladies, I give you The Flash, issue number 250 something. I didn't get the number, and it's cut off on the picture, but there you go.
Okay. Before the Flash, mentally a prisoner in his own past, battling a villain who is now dead, the top, who is driving him right out of his mind. We got lots of little Flashes running again. He used to be on the cover of the book in the early time. They'd always have him up in the corner. Okay, so
I remember all the little Flashes.
Yeah, right? So we've got little Flashes running and falling.
This is art.
It's all kind of rendered at a better angle now, so that's cool.
The perspective's solid.
Yeah, the face shape's better.
Good inking.
Yep. This is a good drawing. The little Flashes are cool. I can't say that I like it, but I suppose I'm not going to like it. But it is very well done. So 9, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, how about you, Melissa?
Yeah. I kind of feel like 9. You want to say like 10s for like it just hits you in that special way that even if it's not technically good, 10 is just like.
Hey, as we pointed out, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 and 10 are the awesome. So
Yeah.
It
is awesome.
It's very well. It's very well done.
Okay, and RDV.
Oh, every time I see this cover, the way Flash is drawn, I like the picture. He's the guy who played Mr. George Bailey on the Jimmy Stewart. That's what it looks like. Your time it was the Flash.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Oh no, Mary, no. And then you get the Flash going as he falls out of his mind. But apparently the top is dead. Even he's freaking out because he thinks he kills the top.
Oh, bless him.
Poor Flash.
But that's some nasty looking sweat he's got going on there. He's like melting.
I know, right?
He's sweating like wax, but
yeah,
color was limited back then.
10.
Alrighty. How about you, Eric?
Maranya, I know you like to put issue numbers in your reviews. It's 256 in case you.
Okay, thank you.
It's weird. My copy is cut off too. I had to look it up. And let me say, your mind goes to some strange places.
Well, look at his mind.
That's perfectly normal compared to what I've just listened to. Can
you imagine Jimmy Stewart as the Flash? That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Or Nicolas Cage.
No, I can't because he's always slower than a calendar.
So is Barry Allen. He's always late. And he's the Flash.
That's what he just did to fool Iris. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna give this a 10. This one does kind of hit you right off the bat.
All righty,
are very well done. It's hard to do.
All right. How about you, LK?
Yeah, I think this lands in the column of very good. So it's an 8.
All righty. Cool. All right. And we got an 8 and a 10. All righty. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zach?
I'm gonna give this. He is losing it, big time. I gotta give this a 9.
Alrighty, I dig on it. I like the little flashes. It just shows, what happened and why he feels the way he does. The look is dead on. The eyes are pointing in the same direction, Lester's. I'm gonna go 8 on this one though. Alrighty, and let's go to the chat. And Rhaegar, okay, this is the better extreme close-up cover. Give it a 7. Glinzer gives it a 10, and Joe gives it a 7. 2 7s and a 10. 5. I never liked that cover, says Jim. Alrighty, and then we've got Henry saying Flash average 6. Next up, Shirls is giving it a 7. We have a 7 from Jackson and a 78 from Ethereal. We only go up to 10, dude. Alrighty, and that's a 7.
Well, you put an 8, so I'm going to say 8 is a higher number. We're rounding it up.
Okay. Brian says 8, and Aqualad says 9. Alrighty, and Michael Taylor says 9. Ethereal, I've got your grade. 8, Emotions in Motion. See what I did there? I know what that you did. Emotions in Motion. I don't even know that song.
Wait.
You stumped me.
The rule is whenever you have Aqualad says something, you got to read it like you're underwater.
Oh, right. Yeah. A lot of facials tonight, England teen. Also, dude, you want to rephrase that? A lot of facials tonight, England teen. Also, I trust that white stuff on his or tears, I hope. 10 definitely looks like he's losing his mind. Alrighty, and then we have Maranya, 256. The multiple images evoke Flash's madness along with his panicked expression. Incredible detail and coloring. Score a panicked 10. Alrighty. Dan Alvin says 8. And there we go. Alrighty. Let's get the stop on this one. Swing, swing, point, point. Alrighty. And I'll move this down. And we've got 1 5 and 1 6 working on those 5 10s. We've got 3 left, and the 4 7s knock all those out, and 1 of those 5 9s. And then we have 5 8s versus 4 9s, and the 8s win. And that's where the Flash goes to. It is an 8.
Eric and Bud, I know a Billy Squire, but I only know In the Dark and the Stroke. I don't know.
Rock me tonight. Okay, let's take a little break, ladies and gentlemen. I'll flip this over here so we could do the votings. And this, we are in the second round. All the winners from the last one are now battling each other out. And it is, in some ways, it is a hard-fought battle. Sometimes they're a little easier than others, like the Catwoman versus Jungle. And sometimes you've got Green Arrow Longbow Hunters versus Batman, number 9. All righty. Get the start for the brackets. And what do you think, Lester Sisters? How do you vote? Hello? Did I go down again?
No, you're still there.
Okay.
Sorry. I didn't realize it was muted.
So talk about phrasing from a moment ago.
I know, right? Sorry. What do y'all think, Lesters?
I guess. Oh, good lord, Batman.
Okay.
I knew it. Took it a little longer though. I'm like, is she gonna notice?
What you mean, Green Arrow's forearm? That's ridiculous.
No. Well, remember, no. Okay, first of all, I gotta say something. The Green Arrow cover is distorted because he had to bunch it up.
Yeah, I did have to. No, but the forearm is something that. There you go. Yeah, the forearm is actually something.
But it doesn't make a difference. You could have a plate of SpaghettiOs to the left or whatever people like. They're gonna go for the Batman.
Melissa, what do you say? What's your vote?
It's a pretty painting, but
okay.
Was this like a magazine cover? Was it like a wider image? Or...
Yeah, it's a double. It's
it's a wraparound, right?
Wraparound.
That's okay. So that's the spine. Oh Lord. Oh, okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Batman.
It's smush. It's supposed to be shorter.
Right. That makes sense.
This would be the proper image, but you see that the forearm is not corrected by doing that. So
yeah.
All righty, RDV, what do you say?
I'm going with my boy Grill. All you heathens can go with Batman because you are posers.
Who's Brian?
Okay. Eric.
No. Not Green Arrow.
All right, LK
Batman.
and Zach.
Get out of here with that Batman. Give me the Green Arrow.
That's right. That's
Alrighty.
what is Zach?
Green Arrow is cooler than Batman anyway.
And a lot of times the covers are better, just not this time. Alrighty, so Batman from Jim Sorensen. Alrighty, and we've got that's the best cover so far. How it explains characters' emotions, if it makes any sense. That's a Flash. Green Arrow narrowly, says Brian Stam, and Cheryl says Batman. So does Michael Taylor and Glimser. Cheryl's Michael Taylor. Glimser.
Betrayed.
Let's see. Joe says Green Arrow, and so does Ethereal Dragon. And we have Henry saying Batman, and Rhaegar saying, yeah, it's going to be Batman. Let's see. Batman already. And then it says, it seems comparisons always feature cover separated by a good many decades. It is the way it fell. So we have Eric and Boyd with Batman and Jackson Roykirk with Batman. This is definitely a runaway right here. Yes, I'm posing as I rate this. Alrighty. Let's see. Batman using Robin as a human shield. Gotta like that. Batman, of course, says MK. We all know Green Arrow is just rich Robin Hood wannabe Batman. Definitely back in the beginning.
It's crazy how people
Much as I love Grell cover, the Batman cover evokes the 66 movie opening. Sorry, Green Arrow. My vote goes to
You not
Batman.
remember? It was only like 6 months ago. People were quitting while they had Batman fatigue, but all of a sudden now they love Batman no matter what cover pops up.
Well, it's a great cover. You can't lie about that. Hey, look, I love the cover for Green Arrow. I had to do this show to find out that he has a wonky forearm. All right, but
Sorry.
yeah.
You know, it is from clubbing people.
Okay. All righty. So let's continue with the covers. Batman wins 16-5. All righty. And let's see. It is RDV's turn, right? Because the Lesters just did that one. You know what? Lesters,
Yeah.
this next cover would have been so for you.
It's a risky cover.
But hopefully RDV will appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, and RDV, I give you Archie.
Oh.
Archie. No, I got to say it like this because it's a James Bond kind of thing. Archie Andrews, number 87.
Whoa. Those eyes are really close together. She almost has a turtle face. I guess I got yours and Betty's anniversary cards mixed. Well, crap. He's dead.
Whatever happens next.
Yeah, this is Stan Goldberg doing the art. Wow, interesting. I love the emotion. I love there's flames around everything.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like her anger set everything on fire.
But and like there's a little line above her head, the emphasis, you know, and you see her cheeks. All that's missing is the smoke coming out of her ears, her nose.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see the emotion. This is a 10. I love it. Look at his reaction. Look at hers. They even tried censoring the Reader's Digest barcode thing. It's great.
So what do you give it?
I give it a 10 again.
All righty, Eric.
Don't let me down, Bruce.
That's it's.
Or should I say, don't bring me down.
Yeah. I will go 9.
Okay. You struggled there. What is the struggle?
Well, my first instinct, could this possibly be a 10? And I realized there's not a whole lot to it, but the two principles are, really cool. It's very well done. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I just couldn't quite, go 10.
All right. Okay, what do you say?
I do appreciate the crazy eyes. That said, I'll give it an 8.
All right. And Zach?
That girl be crazy. She's putting the fear of God in Archie there. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay.
She's enough.
And the Lesters.
Well, I don't know if I've ever really seen a model reference for how these characters are supposed to be drawn when they're that angry. So I feel like the artist just went, whoa, and just had to crank it up as high as he could. Like, yep, ended up with
And
something.
that's what makes it awesome.
I know, right? I like this. I like that she's also somehow even taller now. Like he's like, she's like totally hulking out.
And he's leaning back too a little bit.
Yep. Yeah. Like, no, that's not great. So yeah. So does that mean he missed Betty's anniversary too?
No,
he's in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, he's going to be feeling it tomorrow. That's what we know.
Okay. Oh,
he might have to move.
He might have to move. Nope, no way you can save this one, Archie. You're just gonna have to start a new life elsewhere. I'll give this a 10. Why not?
I gotta ask though.
Alrighty, Melissa.
What's an anniversary card? Is he dating both of them?
I don't know.
That's the implication.
Yeah.
So what do you say, Melissa?
I'd say this is my favorite one of the night for sure. I love her 80s outfit.
Mm-hmm.
That made me happy. Yeah, it's like, yeah. I think it's been my favorite cover of the night so far. So yeah, I'll give this one a 10.
Alrighty.
She has a pink jacket.
Now you guys know I've mentioned this before. The later covers, I start off when kind of it's my opinion basically. Mm-hmm. What's going to be the most interesting? What's going to be the least interesting? I've been keeping the most interesting for the back half, or what I might think is the ones that'll get the bigger reactions and such. Also, if you haven't noticed, I've been doing Marvel DC,
yeah,
independent comic right here, and then it's going to be Marvel and DC. So I've got 7 of each and 1 independent. Don't know why I just said that, but there you go. This being said, however, RDV was absolutely right to call out a whole bunch of stuff. You've got the flames. Like, she's so angry. She set fire to the environment. Absolute crazy eyes. The blush on the cheeks just to show that she's just done. The sweat is pouring off of Archie. The emotion line that she's moving in on him. There's a lot of little details to sell the story on this, what seems like very simple drawing. But I would even point out the fact that that's not a red background. It's red around everything, but in order to make sure that they weren't drowning out Archie and Veronica, they softened it and gave it a like a pale blue moon here, so they would be highlighted more. Just those kind of details really elevate this to me. I'm wondering, however, over her shoulder, you see Stan Goldberg and Henry Giardelli. Is that also an autograph on her shorts? Is that somebody? I have no idea. I'm not able to tell. I'm giving this an easy 10.
Here.
All righty, going to the chat though. Jim says 8. Jack says gotta head out. Great night and week ahead, everybody.
Oh,
so
that's okay. Replace Jackson with still only 35 cents. What's up, bro?
There you go. Ethereal says 9. Joe says 8. Michael Taylor says 8. So 2 8s and a 9. Zoink, zoink, zoink. She's kind of hot when she's pissed, says Eric and Boyd, giving it a 7. Alrighty. And we have 9 from Glinzer and 8. Also, this chick's always angry. Does she ever smile? So we have an 8 and a 9. Okay. Archie, not interested, 5. I don't know. I'll challenge you there, Henry. Look at the covers. I mean, we're talking about art. Look at the covers.
I don't like its hair though. The hairnet. The hairnet on Archie. Every time I see that, it looks like a hairnet.
Oh, with the hatch, yeah. Archie is so nostalgic. I love Veronica. She's very apparent on how she feels. I love this cover. Give it a 10. All righty. Death of Archie should be the title, says Brian. Give it a 9. 7 from Rhaegar. And then it'd be better if she was cocking back that right fist. And let's see, if that is supposed to be fire, not very well done. All right, see, that I could buy into. Let's see, Archie Andrews, number 87. No, ma'am. Archie Andrews. Veronica's emotions reinforced by the flames, well rendered, and sells the book to its target audience. Score it a Raging Ronnie number
Here's
10.
how you make it even better. You have Archie this blank stare like this, and then you have his soul above him escaping.
Also, this cover reminds me of the song Maniac, Maniac. Well, that's about a dancer, but and that other song, Man Eater. I forget who sings them. A guy named Tiny Tim. Argue that anytime it is brought up, and definitely tag me in those arguments.
Some guy eating oats in a hallway.
I know, right? These books were at the checkout aisle, if I remember. Yeah, they are. Hello to Still Only 35.
They're at my shop.
Let's see any more. Nope. Let's get the stop on this one, and let's see where it ends up. We have 1 5 knocking out one of those 6 10s, and then 3 7s, and all of a sudden this is down to 2 10s. 8 5s gets rid of those 2 10s, and then 3 of the 4 9s. We are still looking for a 10. All righty. Zoink, zoink, dun, dun, dun. Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da, bum-ba-dum. Alrighty, and that was RDV and Eric. You're next. And you, sir. I am actually surprised to put this on. I was not a big fan of the series. As a matter of fact, I actively did not like the series. It's called Champions, and this is issue number 12. Yeah, that Champions.
Oh.
Yay.
I got really excited for a second.
Oh, they're advertising the Awesome Inhumans.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I kind of feel like
Well, remember, it's the art, not the title.
I kind of feel like Starhawk in that scene in the Korvac saga. There's nothing there. All I see is it's a post 2013 Marvel.
Oh, okay, I see it. I was wondering
Try
if
to keep up.
There's nothing there.
I was wondering if like you couldn't see the book. All right.
Yeah, even with that, I'm not all that impressed by this because it's if you're going to take the time to draw that much of a close up, finish the teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
And there's really no there other than he's blowing up the logo, and actually it would have been cooler if he had blown up the logo.
Yeah, like if it was flying away in pieces.
Yeah, I know this is going to sound like me because you know how I feel about Marvel and this era, but I'm going to say 6.
All right. No. Hey, you pointed out actual things. It's what gets me and why I sometimes pop is like, I don't like that title. I give it a 3. That doesn't have anything to do with it. It's the art. What do you see in the art? You know, that's when I start arguing. If you look and you go, he's blowing up the title, you can actually see that the letters are messed up. But you're right. He's not blowing that up. We have seen heroes angry affect the title. As a matter of fact, we're going to see one later, and y'all are probably going to tell me, yeah, but that's the villain. I'm going to tell you, no, that's a hero that's gone crazy. But you're right. The teeth, he's got one center teeth, but I guess I'm doing mine now. But not only that, I looked at it and I thought, wow, this is a really cool image. But when I'm picking these out, I don't always look at all the details because I want that for this. His teeth are at an angle. I didn't notice that when I first looked, but if his front teeth are straight, but his top back teeth are an angle like this.
Chances are you never saw a dentist growing up. He's a mutant.
I don't know. That being said, I do think the emotion of the cover is there. I would give it an 8. LK, what do you say?
No, this is a 4. I mean,
Alrighty.
the skin looks like rubber. The 100% with the teeth are garbage. nothing on this cover is worthwhile.
Okay, Zach, what do you say?
I'm still reeling from. I heard you say champions. I got really excited.
Hold on, I told you that I didn't like the
I know.
series. I like the 1980s series.
I know. I was just I was just thrown so off kilter. Anyway, okay, let's see here. The teeth are weird. Yeah, I don't like that. He just has one giant top front tooth and one giant bottom tooth. I don't like the thing with the teeth. I do like. Well, let me say what I do like. I do like the optic blast, like dismantling the title. That's kind of cool. Like the champions, the letters are all disheveled.
I like the fact that the lighting comes from his blast. I mean, that
Yeah.
you can see it getting darker even. I do like that. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a 6.
Alrighty. And the Lester sisters.
Let's see.
Can't we get some yikes?
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of funny that he couldn't be bothered to draw his teeth properly after going to the trouble of rendering his rear molars, but at least they seem to mostly be inside of his mouth, so that's improved. How's Frank doing?
He just self-deleted.
Oh no.
Oh wow,
Oh, no. Poor Frank.
that escalated quickly. Yeah, that got really dark really fast.
Uh-huh. It's fine. The nose wrinkles are interesting. Is he supposed to be Cyclops?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Cyclops.
I love that. Is he
He's
supposed to be Cyclops?
Oh,
To be fair, the girls haven't seen him do a optic blast like this.
Well, to be fair, that doesn't look anything like Cyclops even with the optic blast, so that's a fair question.
I disagree. But...
I remember I saw this one issue or on the cover like Cyclops cuts loose. That's back I think during the Phoenix saga. There's a cover of him just kind of wailing with like the biggest, like a huge like room clearing optic blast. That was cool. I mean, with this one, I mean, when I do picture just full out, just like just a full blown like power attack, I think Cyclops. Oh, it's not my turn, but just
no, it's fine. We're kind of pinned together.
I guess of course the laser can be the for the force beam can be adjusted in a lot of different directions. I also everyone's been right about like the teeth. It's like you think you would put less details in the molars and more detail in the insides just because they're closer up and well lit. Okay, my ranking. It feels like the eye lasers are crooked, even though I don't. Technically speaking, they're probably not. The coloring is good. I like the modern coloring and the bright eye lasers are cool.
So what do you give it? What do you score?
I'm torn between 7 or 8.
All right. Well,
maybe
I'll go with 7.
Okay, 7.
All righty. And Amy, your score was?
I think 7. It's
all righty.
fine. Yeah.
And let's go to the chat and see what they say about it. Glenzer agrees with LK, giving it a 4. Rhaegar says 10.
Cool chat.
And RDV, sorry. Go on ahead.
Well, I was just going to say this. I can't fault the teeth because this is popular in manga today. All the famous manga, kids don't give a crap about the teeth. The old people are like, you should draw the teeth more. This is what they look like in everything now.
That is a valid point. That is a valid point.
It's just fashionable to draw teeth that way these days.
Yeah. And honestly, it shows the emotion on the that he's raging out. It's Cyclops. And as far as him having to push a button on and click his visors out and let the stuff out, that varies depending on who's drawing or writing it. But I give it a 10. It shows
All right.
pain and anguish. All it's missing is a tear, but he can't tear though, but we can't cry probably.
We're in the end times. VENKMAN
Alrighty.
just gave a post 2013 book a 10.
It's the art.
I'm
not
not
the story.
talking about the inside of the book.
So Jim is giving it a 3, saying it's definitely art.
And he's destroying the Champions logo.
I agree with Eric. He could have done better on that one. Joe says 7, and Eric and Boyd says 5. All right, so we got a 5 and a 7. And does he have dentures or something? I like the eye blast, but the lack of mouth details are met. I say 6. All righty, and then we've got Ethereal Dragon giving it a 7. And 6, that white takes up too much of the cover. Teeth are poorly done. Okay, and let's see. The artifact is cool, but who is it? Cyclops, says Brian. I thought that was like immediately apparent. Okay, then we've got, I'm making it a 10 because it's Cyclops, and this is a better close-up cover than the 2 you previously put up. It's not even close. All righty. And Champions 12, character raging and shooting out eye beams. Great concept as flaws in rendering, monochromatic coloring works. Scoring not Champion 7, says Maranya. All right. And let's see. Cheryl says 6. Aqualad says 5. 6 and 5. And then I'm not taking bait. Colors and effects are cool, but I'm not that overwhelmed with the emotions in it. Let's see. I'm not sure if I can objectively rank a Wade book. Joke. 7 for the top half. Remember, we ain't talking about writing. You're not. In this case, it's not a Wade book. It's a Ramos book. Okay, so we got a 7, and then we get the. Let's get the stop on that. And let's see. We'll drop this. And what we got here is, it's a 10. We have a 3 taking out one of those 9s, and it's helped out by those 2 4s. The 2 5s, take out that 8 and one of the 7 7s, and then we've got 6 5s taking out the rest of the 7s. And this joins Wonder Woman in the 6s. All right.
I know Rager. We usually don't see eye to eye, but we are solid, brother, on that cover.
All righty. Let's see. That was Eric. So it's back to LK, right?
Sure, why not?
Me, the Lesters, RDV, Eric, and LK. One of my favorite comic books of all time. One of my favorite comic book runs of all time. Legion of Superheroes, number 256.
Yeah, I mean, it's drawn confidently, but I mean, it's to Giordano, but it's 7.
All righty. How about you, Lesters?
It's fine. I like Saturn Girl back there flying around doing stuff. That's interesting. I think I could give this. I think I'll give this an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, so we got 2 8s. RDV.
And is that the devil behind them? Oh wait,
That's Chameleon Boy.
Yeah. It looks like the old school, like the devil. So they had the pointy ears and stuff, scroll things. Superboy is just saying, "Hey, look at my exploding crotch." The way he's dressed, it's a weird stance he's got there. He's like, yeah.
I guess he's trying to be because Chameleon Boy has a shield, I think, and I guess it is a shield.
They're shielding Brainiac 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're trying to restore his sanity so he can save the world.
Yeah, that's a weird. I do like Brainiac 5. I always thought that was just a weird style to give him blonde hair like that. It's like a toupee. But hey, there's Saturn Girl in the back. I didn't notice her.
Yeah,
she's doing her canary cry.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
What do you score it?
I'm gonna give it a 6 though. It is just a weird cover. Superboy, sorry, looks super tiny compared to everybody else.
All righty. And Eric.
Well, they're trying to show them in different places in the room. Obviously, like I said, Saturn Girl's way tinier.
Yeah.
I like everything about this cover, with one exception. I think Brainiac looks weird. I can't put my finger on it.
It's hands,
but and the hands aren't really done well. One's noticeably bigger than the other, and I highest I can go on this is a 7, because he's so front and center.
I agree. This is one of those covers. Obviously, I've seen this 1,000 times. I've seen it once, and one thing I love about this show is this could be like the first time you're really looking at it. I never noticed the hand thing until we're looking and we're going, what are the good points? What are the flaws? And I'm seeing the good points. Chameleon Boy looks cool. Superman taking the blast. Obvious. Superman just decides, or Superboy decides to move. The whole thing is done in less than 3 seconds, but he's just standing there taking the blasts. But the front and center, the Brainiac of it all, is just off-putting. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going 6. Alrighty. I liked it a lot better before we did this show. I hate this show now. Zach, what do you? I'm sorry. LK, you started. We got Zach, right?
No, you did not. No, I didn't do it.
Okay. What do you say?
Brainiac. Yeah, I can't stop looking at how weird Brainiac. It's something about him.
The hands are bigger than the head.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. It's one hand. It's like he's that guy from Scary Movie 2. He's got the weak hand and the strong hand. That was terrible. I gotta give it a 5. Sorry.
Look at Superman's hands.
Everything in the back. Yeah, Superman's hands ain't great either. The background is more forgiving, but Brainiac's just right there and it draws your attention. So yeah, I gotta give it a 5.
Okay.
And that's being nice. Yeah.
Let's go. Glenzer says 8. Jim says 9. 8 and 9. Black Spiders, what's up? He says, what up, everybody? Giving this book a 6, as well as Eric and Boyd. Alrighty. Zoink and zoink. And 7 from Joe. And we have 6 from Shirls. And Henry saying, Legion, it's a good cover. Give it a 7. And 6 from Brian and a 5 from Rhaegar. So we got a 5, 2 6s, and 2 7s. No, 1 7. 5, 2 6s, and a 7. 5, 2 6s, and a 7. Alrighty. And let's see. Scroll up. Dan Alvin says, can Scott Summers cry when he's zarking? I don't know what that is. Let's see. Oh, it's a British variant. That usually means it's worth more. Why? I have no idea. I don't. Let's see. Michael Taylor says 8. Dan Alvin says 5. All right. There we go. Let's see. Losh 256. This would have benefited from a close-up on Brainiac 5. Background and characters behind him are unnecessary clutter. Great concept. Good rendering. Score a doomed 7.
Hey, who is the cover artist for this? Dick Giordano and someone else? Or is it just Dick?
It just looks like it says Giordano. Alrighty, and let's see. Do we have any more scores? Serial says 7, and drop my score to a 6, says Michael. All right.
Like, if you drop the hands for Brainiac 5 down close to his chin, it's kind of like the Home Alone thing.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a lot better.
8. ALAO, what Brainwash Prime did to the clones of Brainiac 5 on Infinite Earths movie was messed up. All right. Let's give that an 8. Okay, and this is what we've got for Legion of Superheroes number 256. We have no 10s this time around. 3 5s, taking out the 1 9 and 2 of the 5 8s. 7 6s, taking out the 3 8s and all but one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all but one of the 8s. So this is what we get. We got an 8. Alrighty. Well, working on the other side now, and here we go. And let's go. Okay, that was LK. So Zach, you're a Marvel guy, right?
3 days out the week.
Let me tell you something. I was going through the heroes. Okay, because literally to find this, I thought of the characters, and then I said, how can you do a cover about characters losing it and not include the Hulk? And then as I was looking through, I said, well, the problem with what I'm thinking about is that the Hulk, as they say in the Avengers movie, is always angry. He's always losing it. But do you know who isn't? Bruce Banner.
Oh.
This is the Incredible Hulk issue number 426.
I like how they're pretending that Straight Jacket is actually going to do anything.
I know, right? He's going.
Look, I like his face a lot. The mouth open, screaming, veins in his, like, that bridge between the nose and the forehead. He's got the angry eyebrows, the disheveled hair, veins in the neck even. Like, if his face was redder, like, this could be the guy I saw at the traffic stop the other day. No, this is great. I gotta give this a 10. Like, as far as drawing angry people, like, yeah, this is much more, like you said, the Hulk is always angry. That's kind of like, I don't want to say it's boring, but you've come to expect it. This is different. I like this. This is a 10.
All righty. How about you, Lester's?
Yeah, this is interesting. Kind of an interesting stylization for like the wrinkles in his face and his brow and the way they're kind of moved around. It's different. I can really appreciate that. Yeah, I think I can give this a 10.
Yeah. Same. I like this kind of losing it. It just means kind of just like it's sort of in an empowering kind of way, which feels like he's about to come. He's tapping into something. And he's going to get out of a bad situation. I kind of like that. I can actually enjoy. I can just feel. It's hard for me to give a tanking a super awesome to something that makes me feel like I don't want to be there.
Right.
It's
this looks like he's about to turn something bad around.
Yeah. So
Well,
10.
Yeah, something
emotionally. Yeah.
Something I noticed.
I'm
I'm sorry.
Well done, but yeah.
Something I noticed you ladies aren't into so much are books that kind of or things that make you uncomfortable. Like I don't see you going to see a lot of horror films.
Right.
And I think that's one of the things you get some things that are done so well because they like the Scream, a famous painting called The Scream is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. RDV, what do you say? What do you say?
Well, in defense, there's a lot of horror movies I don't watch because I don't like jump scares and the gore and all that stuff.
Yeah, some people don't.
If I wanted that, I'd walk into northern part of Chicago.
Right. I'll stick to the movies.
This is great emotion. I love it, and we know it's Bruce Banner because they're telling us it's Incredible Hulk. But I mean, like, we know that he's the Hulk, and if he's locked up in this, I feel sorry for anybody locked in that prison with him. He's not gonna murder anybody, but I mean, everybody rubble.
So
yeah,
what is
in a hurry?
This is a 10, man. But I gotta say, he looks like he's the Hulk from some old Southern guy from down in the 60s, you know.
Eric.
Well, if you'd asked me this 29 years ago, the answer would have been much different because they were doing away with the version of the Hulk that I loved, and Gary Frank had just left the book. And my cares, this is Liam Sharp, the cover artist here.
Yep.
But it's phenomenal. It's an absolute 10.
Are his pupils turning green?
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to point that out. that his pupils are green.
It's hard to tell because it's such a small photo.
Right.
Oh,
The
man.
compression and graphics can do something, but I do get the feeling that his eyes are turned green.
Okay, now
How
that I
about
zoom, now I
LK?
full screen it, I can tell it is.
Yeah, well, and that's because this was the return of the savage, out of control kind of Hulk, and yeah, this was a really great storyline. And I mean, setting that aside, you know, this is a really nicely detailed close-up cover. So yeah, I'll give this a 10.
Alrighty, it is unanimous from the panel. I love this cover. The details in the cloth, the way that it's folding on the straps, as well as just natural from his movement, is amazing. The lines, the tendons in his neck standing out because of his stress levels, the spittle between one tooth and another, the green pupils, everything is awesome about this freaking cover. And the green lighting reminds me of the TV show, because when he would change, it would close up. They would give him the green contacts, and it would, yeah, absolutely fan-frickin-tastic. We get a 9 from Glinzer, a 10 from Jim, and a 9 from Ethereal. So 2 9s and a 10. All righty, Hulk maybe rendered, a detail, a very good cover, says Henry, only giving it an 8. Henry. Rhaegar says 9, so does Joe. All righty. And we've got Michael Taylor, your fantastic cover, detailed colors, my favorite cover so far. All righty, we have a 7 from Dan. Dude. Actually 10, says Rhaegar. And then we've got an 8 from MK. I'll go 8 here. Also question, in the filigree, if someone decapitated Banner in human form, would that technically... Yeah, they've done that a couple of times. Kill Banner, not the Hulk. But then again, sometimes, like in the movie, I shot a bullet in my brain and the Hulk spit it out. So depends on who's writing. 8 from MK. Maranya, 426. Banner in a straitjacket, anger and madness on his face, radiating green line symbolic of the Hulk within him. Score at 10 only because can't give it 10,000 to camera low scores. Alrighty, and then we have Brian. If the straitjacket had less creases because canvas doesn't crease like that, I would go higher, but 9. Alrighty. And then we have 10 for American Boyd. Scream doesn't make me feel uncomfortable. The artist does. Okay. And Cheryl says 8. Alrighty, let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 3 8s. We've got 5 9s. But we have 12 10s, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first 10 of the night.
Hooray!
Yay!
It just dawned on me, you're looking at that's Dr. Jekyll right there while they're turning to Hyde.
Yeah. Never mind. All right. And,
no. You start it. You damn well say what you're going to say.
That's it. I was thinking, we've never seen leather straps react to the hulking out. So there you go. That was what I was going to say, which is kind of a stupid comment, which is why I stopped.
Well, you should only say that if you're wearing, hey, from now on, you'll make the comment if you're wearing the George Perez outfit.
All righty. So looking for a Superman cover where he loses it. I found a couple of them, and I really had a hard time between 2 of them. One of them you're going to see in the rejects when we do the rejects tonight, and the other one was this one. And I think I picked okay. It is Superman number 408. They did it. They finally had a nuclear war, and nobody survived except for me. And he's holding up a
sand.
He's holding up ash. Is what it is. Alrighty, start for Superman.
Well, he used to have a channel.
406. All right, let me get this up. Okay, so I do like the detail in the back, the crumble, the dark sky. It's both gray with the clouds plus that purple look. The doll, of course, is just kids died. You should feel something. All the little things in the ground.
It's a Cabbage Patch doll. You know that?
I know, right? Yeah, I dig on this. I'm giving it a 9. How about you, Lester's?
Emily, let's see, what have we got here? We've got Superman, and he looks really sad.
He's holding Lois Lane in his hand.
No, so just wrote that.
Just ash from the fall from the
city
nuclear war.
that- Okay, so I'm guessing this is one of those other imaginary stories, but it's. I think this is nice in a way. I guess. I guess I can give it a 10. Yeah.
Alrighty. We got a 10 from Amy. How about Melissa?
The pathos is intense.
The feeling is specific and accurate, which is nice.
Okay. RDV.
So is this after the Donner cut or before the Donner cut? Where he can just fly back in time and reverse it and be like, okay, it's done.
Well, I mean, he's Superman. He fixes things. That's what he does.
Yeah, he can just he can rotate the Earth backwards.
I'm assuming this is after the Donner movies because I think it says 86 on there. But what do you score this?
It is a cool cover, but like I said, like I don't know what's going on, but imagine like in the book, there's not a nuclear war. If it is, it's just him having a bad trip. He ate something he didn't agree with. But I love the detail though. All the debris behind him. Yeah, adding the little kid thing reminds you of when you look at the videos of the Titanic when they show the kid stuff that's down there. Very tragic.
Yeah.
But the good thing is all that ugly furniture is gone.
So what do you score this?
I scored this a 10, bro.
Alrighty. Eric.
I think I will go 10 as well.
Alrighty. LK.
I don't know. This is just one of those flat 80s DC covers that I would have seen in the 3-pack at Toys R Us, and I would have looked at and put it back in the rack and looked for a Marvel one. It's a 6 for me.
He's mad. He can't watch Monday Night Raw.
Zach.
It does look kind of flat, but the story matter on it, I gotta say it is striking. It's interesting. I'll give it a 7.
Alrighty. And going to the chat, Jim says 8, 10 from Glenzer. This is Superman meets Time Enough at Last. So we've got an 8 and a 10. Alrighty. Next up, Black Spiders gives it an 8. And Joe says 9. So does Rhaegar. So we've got an 8 and 2 9s. Then we have Brian and Eric and Boyd and Shirls all giving it an 8. Alrighty. So that's 3 8s. 1, 2, 3. R.I.P. Cabbage Patch Doll that ate kids' hairs and fingers. Give it a 10. Seeing if Superman distraught front and center is always cool. Alrighty, and MK gives it a 10. Maranya says Superman 406, anguish on Superman's face. Details and coloring sells why he is anguished. Pathos of the child's toy. Score a disastrous 10. 9, very cool cover. Detail. Cover makes me want to read it, says Michael Taylor, giving it a 9. And let's see, isn't this part of the Exile storyline? And Alvin gives it a 7. And we have I felt like he slipped in joke late. Well, okay, I don't know what that is. Ashes to ashes, fun to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie. Let's see. Let's drop this one. What we got is 1-6 trying to take out those 7 10. So it's going to have to employ the 2 7s. Can't do it. So it's going to have to go to those 8 6s. And then we have 7 10s versus 9. So we take out 2 of those 4 9s, and that's where this ends up. The 9s. The 9s have it. There's a lot of 9s tonight. It is like the Atlas Seaboard. I'm not mad at that. All righty. Let's go up to the 9 here. And Lester's.
Yes.
Okay. Look, I'm never one to tell people how to vote.
Uh-huh.
But we're doing we're doing a show about covers with people going crazy, and you guys have seen on my wall. This should have been me. I should have been starting off this one. I'm not saying I want people to vote properly and just give it a high scores, but I'm just saying if you low score this one, you're dead to me. And this is Marvel Premiere number 50.
Oh, I thought it was Dolph Ziggler.
First appearance of Alice Cooper in comics.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
What a funny book.
I love Alice Cooper.
He's a
Honestly, this is really. I mean, this I kind of feel like. I know the horror element. It feels fun.
It's like a Scooby Doo book.
Yeah, it doesn't. The pathos is.
So does he have the power of rock and roll to fight things?
Actually, within the comic books, people are reciting his song lyrics just in the background. It's really cool.
He's going to the funny farm, as it looks like.
I did do the first appearance of Alice Cooper as a comic book origin here, so please, by all means, check that out.
Honestly, I know I'm a little. I seem a little flaky when it comes to topics of horror, but I actually do think this is cool. Yeah, if I were to read a horror story, I probably would be with Alice Cooper in it. I love that man in real life. He's just a cool human being.
He is awesome. What do you score this?
I think I'll give it a 10.
Okay, that is the right score. Yes. No. I mean, score it how you want. Amy, how was your 10 for this?
My 10 is a Scooby Doo 10. That's good. I like it.
Alrighty, RDV, what do you think?
So I feel like every time you bring this up, just take this man away. He brings up Alice Cooper too much. It resembles him, but I never noticed he got. That looks like, is that one of the Three Stooges in the back?
That is his psychiatrist. You can see the guy in the back is the doctor. It's off to the side. This is very much with the circles and everything. This is very much trying to do like an EC comic book cover.
I like the whole issue.
Oh my gosh, the detail and everything in here too. The creepy cartoon eyes in the background, like they point out the Scooby-Doo eyes.
Right?
The doctor looks like.
And if you notice, he isn't in like a white patient coat. He's in a white tuxedo being dragged away from a concert.
Yeah, he's not in a straitjacket.
Nope.
I will go a 9 on this, my friend. Only because the barcode is freaking ugly. Also,
okay. A 9 for the barcode. I told you if you low score it, you're dead to me. Bye.
You know, wait, Zach, am I dead because you're here tonight on a Sunday?
Alrighty, Eric, what do you give this?
Very rare.
3.
Go.
Bye-bye.
Eric, we can leave now. We're dead to him. We're free.
I am also going to go 9. It would have been a 10 if they could have found one more character to put in a circle to give it more of the EC.
Right, because there were the 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. LK, what says you?
I mean, honestly, the more I look at this, there's just too much trade dress and other stuff going on it. I'm an 8 on it.
Okay, Eeyore. All right, so
dead to him. Happy
Zach, what do you think?
Here again.
All right, confession time. I think Alice Cooper is a little bit overhyped. I'm going to give this a 4.
All right, Zach can no longer participate in our reindeer
what
games.
does it say
I do
again?
not fucking believe.
I never want to put people to vote.
No, seriously. What do you score this?
It elicits no real reaction in me, so it's a meh.
That's a 5.
Yeah, 5. I said that. You were still talking.
No, you said 4.
I said 4 at first, and then you started talking, so I changed it to 5.
But the thing is, I actually said you find Alice Cooper overrated. I don't.
A little bit.
I will say this: his music is okay. I like it better as a DJ.
All right.
I said what I said. 5.
No, it's okay. It's okay. In all honesty, when I actually own all of Alice Cooper's records, it's like 70 of them, by the way. He has his own recording booth. He puts stuff out every year. It amazes me the range of his music, because a lot of people just think it's heavy metal or it's horror metal. And I mean, if you he's just got some wild songs. One is a country song. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious, I can hear it in my head. I can't get the title, but it's basically about cross-dressing. It is funny as hell. All right, so obviously, look, I do like the EC factor. I do agree with Eric. It doesn't affect the score for me, but I do agree with Eric. Instead of Tales from the Inside, it should have had another circle, and then on the top where it says special 50th, forget about that. We could see that. That's where it should say Tales from the Inside. And then that would have sold it more as an EC parody. The doctor, the nurse, him being carried away, the hole in his shoe, the fact that there is actually someone else behind them. They included a shoe in there. Also, if you look, the guy's leg is backwards. If you look on, or I guess somebody's running away that we're not seeing. But it looks like the guy's leg is backwards. If you look at the extended leg of Alice Cooper, that you don't see everything underneath, we've got a leg that's walking this way while the guy is walking that way.
Are you saying that this is a 10 then because of that?
Oh, I'm saying it's a 10 just because of the craziness, and I love it and have loved it since, yeah. It is a grail for me, and I already have it.
So now I need the Alice Cooper Scooby-Doo crossover.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so 9 from Glenzer, and that's the earliest I've seen the code posted. Alrighty, and then we have an 8 from Eric and Boyd, and we have a 9 from Jim Sorensen, and a 7 from Ethereal Dragon. I'm not seeing this hitting the 10 mark, guys. You know, I'm more likely to tell a man not to vote with what is being permitted these days. I know, right? Have to get back to some projects. Everyone take care. You too, man. In other words, England team, disclaimer to everyone, if you score this cover low, you suck. I used to confuse Alice Cooper with Ozzy as a kid. I'll go 10. All righty. And let's see. Welcome to my nightmare. Let's see. Only because the 2 floating heads on the left look weird. He's giving it an 8. 8 from Joe and an 8 from Dan Alvin as well. All righty. And Marvel Premiere number 50. This evokes the feel of 50s horror comic covers. Color focuses in on Cooper. Everything else is muted gray and brown. The other color pops for the featured characters. Score it a Cooper 10. One did something untoward with the bat. The other one did not. That is true. Yes. Black spiders. But by Ozzy's telling, he thought they threw up a rubber bat because who fucking brings a bat to a concert? Let's see. I want this comic, says Black Spider. If I find it, I will put it in the auction. And Cheryl says 6 if it is in worse condition than the copy I have. Looks like me when I want to leave work. Let's see. 9, very cool cover. Nice detail. Has an EC feel to it. That was Michael Taylor. Let's see. At least for losing it, you didn't go with Action 593. Which one? Is that the one where he's holding his head? Ozzy is better than Alice Cooper. Debatable. Alice is really based politically. Yes, he is. Well, he's straight up Christian. Okay, let's see. Ozzy takes too much credit. Agreed. However, his song "Let Me Hear You Scream" from that album, Nobody But Me bought. Yeah. If that was the lead singer of The Cure, methinks he would not give it a 10. I wouldn't have even looked.
That comment's a 10 right there because of the bias.
Yeah. All righty, let's drop this awesome cover here, and we'll go to the next mediocre cover. And what we got here is 1, 5, 1, 6, and 1, 7. Working on those 5 10s, we have 2 left. And then the 8s, we have 5 of those. So now we have 3 8s versus 6 9s. The 9s have it, ladies and gentlemen. All righty, I can live with that. Alrighty. And that was the Lesters, which means RDV, you get the next one. And this is the first appearance of one Mr. Kyle Rayner. It is Green Lantern number 49.
I remember that cover.
Oh, so you mean this isn't Parallax? Okay.
Kyle Rayner, man.
I didn't read Green Lantern with Kyle Rayner. He looks like
Oh,
Alan.
dude. Oh, dude. Kyle Rayner's
I'm used to
legit.
Kyle Rayner. I'm used to him having the different style mask than Hal. That's what threw me off. Because usually
Well,
Kyle
no,
has
that is Hal.
That
He's
is
going
how.
crazy. This is where Hal goes crazy.
Oh,
And-
okay, I was
yeah.
gonna say, usually he has the Ultimate Warrior mask. Doesn't Kyle have that?
Yeah. What happens is Coast City gets destroyed. Green Lantern wants to bring Coast City back, so he believes he needs the power of all of the Green
City.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and he goes off and he kills the rest of the Green Lanterns.
Why?
Because
Hal
because he
Jordan
thinks-
went freaking nuts.
Yeah, he
What do you
went,
score
he went
this, RDV?
bonkers.
Oh, okay.
was there a seal in the refrigerators too? No, it's gonna.
That comes later.
I love he's got all the rings. He's like, I'm the Mandarin. Like,
Well, that makes sense since the Mandarin stole his origin from Green Lantern.
right?
Mhm.
I like this
Stay
crazy, but he looks like it's like if Chris Pine went crazy. And also, who's
So what do you
clunking?
score this?
In between the clunks.
Sounds like the Telltale Heart.
Doesn't it sound like at the pressure?
No, right? So what do you score this?
I'm gonna give it an 8 because he looks like Chris Pine, just trying to get angry, and I'm like, Chris
Are you
Pine's such
jealous of Chris Pine?
Why are you saying like it's a bad thing?
No, it's Chris Pine is always too cutesy to never to get angry. He doesn't look
Okay.
like he's a pretty boy.
Eric, what do you have?
A correction for starters. Kyle did make a brief appearance in issue 48.
Oh, okay.
This cover, on the other hand, I think this is a 10. I just love all the rings. I love the maniacal look on Hal's face. And like I said, I mean, if a guy that you thought was one of the Supermans teamed up with the worst villain in the DC universe and wiped out 7 million people, which happened to be the city where all your family was, you'd probably lose it too.
All righty, LK.
Yeah, I pretty much just echo what Eric said here. I'll give it a 10.
Okay, Zach.
I gotta give this a 10. This is when I think of somebody losing it. This is what I can hear him with the nervous cackling growing into maniacal laughter. The shading, just the look in his eyes. Yeah, that's a 10. That's somebody that's lost their marbles. That's what I'm looking for. That's a 10.
He lost his rings and gained them.
Alrighty, and Lester Sisters.
Well, I think this is probably that not drawing all the teeth in done right. That actually doesn't seem to detract from it too much. You don't have to do the spacing down there.
I know if it's like one white thing, we would be talking about the mouth again, but they did it right.
Yeah. I think this is very good. It does what it's supposed to do, and he does look. You look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? And I think that's probably what they were going for.
My thing
And
is
it's
like
Green Lantern, so it makes sense for it to be very green. So I'll give it a 10.
my biggest
Okay,
flaw was
Melissa.
Let's see. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, bless his heart. Poor guy. They go through so much in those books. Yeah. No, poor guy.
Yeah,
It's a 10.
He's had a worse week than Frank.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like how his face is so scrunched up. It's so close to his mouth, so close to his eyes. It looks
disagree
weird
with you. And to Amy and Melissa's point on the Daredevil cover, his eyes are in the right place. He knows where the camera is, and he's looking right into it. The shading, this is obviously lit from whatever lantern is in front of him. So you got the back of his head a lot darker than the front of it. It's being, the shadows, everything works. Absolutely a 10. Glinzer, however, says 9. So does Joe and Jim. So we got 3 9s. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. He looks like Joe Biden. Come on, man. 10, 10, and 10 from Rhaegar, Black Spiders, and Shirls. Fun.
Do not compare my favorite DC hero to Joe Biden, please.
I know, right?
Corn Pop, he's a bad
Let's see.
dude.
I love comics, but who is crazier, Parallax, Hal, or Kyle? Hal. Dude's got more rings than Ringo Starr. I'll go 10. Dude looks psychotic like the Joker. Alrighty, and next up, which is the Ring of Power? Oh crap, wrong story. Give it a 9. And then we have Ethereal with a 7. Every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you. And let's see. I remember buying this book. I was amazed reading this book. It was a really good book. Green Lantern number 49, says Maranya. Insane Hal Jordan showing off all the rings he got from taking out the other Green Lanterns. Monochromatic cover works. Even Hal's hair, gloves, and skin have green tones. Score a Mad Hal 10.
But how do you get
And next up, Black Spider says 10. Let's see. This is very good. Better than very good. This is a 10, says Michael. Alrighty. And let's see. Boom. That is that.
But don't the rings...
Spike's still running. He just changed his race and gender. What are you trying to say there?
I'm trying to say, as far as the rings, when they die, they go off somewhere else. How did he get hold of all the rings?
By controlling them. Read the story. It's a good story.
No, I'm just curious how to control, because unless they retconned it, the rings search off to find somebody else who has great will.
Oh, they stopped doing that a long time ago.
Yeah, that's kind of a plot contrivance of convenience at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's bring this down and see what we've got going on. Oh.
So if there's a Green Lantern washing his hands and he left the ring on the sink next to him, if you pick it up, you are now a Green Lantern?
Do you know how John Stewart got his first?
So Jose comes
hit?
in a little late, says 9, and let's bring this down. And what we've got is 1 7 1 8 and 5 9s trying to take down 13 10s. And they don't do it, ladies and gentlemen. We have the second 10.
Actually, his second appearance, Amy, was Hal Jordan slipped in the shower and knocked himself out. In his ring, went and found John Stewart because he'd worn it one other time.
All right. Okay. So here's the deal. Some people are going to argue this next cover, which will be going to, I believe, RDV. Alrighty. Some people will say, but no, they're the villain. I disagree. I think they are a hero who was driven mad by the power and taken over by the power. So we're not talking about whether or not this person is a villain or a hero.
It's Tim Bowie, the Goblin King.
Hold on, let me finish, and then you can talk about it while you're judging. So I'm not hearing that. I'm just hearing how is the art in RDV. You can start us on X-Men 135.
I was making a joke about you're saying about Power of the Bee, the Goblin King.
Now you can make the joke and talk about the cover.
Well, not if you don't shut up. Jeez.
All right. So what do you think about the cover?
I like that she's crushing the actual X-Men logo. That's kind of cool to see that, kind of breaking the fourth wall. Got the logo boxes. You got Colossus actually wearing a shirt instead of being just running around his underwear.
Boring.
Cyclops got the best view. And Wolverine's just kind of like shielding his face. He's like, oh, she's too bright. Kurt's a little close to the rescue over there. German-Russian relationships are getting kind of disturbing. As far as this is, like, her face is kind of weird a little bit, but I do like the hair. And I do like the fact that they tell you that it's a woman by giving her a chest. Dark Phoenix, though, they tell you. So, obviously, she's rosy cheeks, and she's angry, and she's destroying the X-Men. 10.
Alrighty. Eric.
Yeah, if I was going to if I was going to knit any picks there, Byrne, his faces have never been his strongest suit. But I'm going to overlook that for the context of this cover because, knowing what was going on at the time, this is great. This is absolutely a 10.
Okay, LK.
Yeah, it's a Byrne cover, and I'm a huge John Byrne fan, but the face just doesn't work for this. I'll be nice. It's the last cover of the night. I'll go 9.
Alrighty, Lester Sisters.
I actually have this one.
Mm-hmm.
I-
It's one of the coolest comic covers probably ever. So I will give it a 10.
Yeah, I always thought. I remember when I was little, and when I could pick this book up. I mean, I kind of her face looks strange, but it's like, well, she's turning evil, and when you're getting evil, you're not as pretty as you normally are because evil makes you less pretty.
She's turning into something like a monster.
So what do you say, Melissa?
Oh, definitely a 10. And the cracks and the effects on the X and the N, that's really well rendered.
That is.
Very well
Alrighty,
rendered.
and I agree. It is a 10. The face actually doesn't bother me on this one because she is going crazy. She is angry. She's got the jutted out chin, the crazy eyes. Of course, the heat to the cheeks causes them to blush. The green background works for X-Men. They're there, but otherwise, yeah, fantastic freaking cover. And let's see what the chat is saying. And surprisingly, Glenzer, one of the few times he didn't give a 10 tonight, he gives an 8.
Huh.
Alrighty, and we have another 9, almost a 10, but he's scoring it a 9. That's Jose. X-Men, an homage to Neil Adams. X-Men 56 cover, Brian and Austin in their prime. It's a Byrne and Austin, excuse me. It's a 10 all day. Alrighty, and then we have 9 from Jim and Joe and Ethereal and Cheryl. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 9s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and an 8 from Brian Stam. Okay. Next up, we have this comic cover better than both movie adaptations attempts for the Dark Phoenix saga. Give it a 10, says Rhaegar. Okay, and Maranya says X-Men 135, demented looking Phoenix crushing trade dress, fallen X-Men at her feet, score Phoenix 10. And then we have funny face she's making, I'll say 7. And then we have Michael Taylor giving it a 9. Let's see, just think there was a time when female characters got more clothes when they went evil. Phoenix expression suggests that she's seen modern X-Men, hence why she's destroying. Hear me, X-Men. No longer am I the woman you knew. I am fire. I am life. Now and forever, I am the Phoenix. And there you go. Alrighty. That looks like that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm kind of shocked on this one. But that's what makes horse racing. Let's get this down here.
Did I vote on this?
Zach, what do you think about this? You're one skip dude tonight.
Somebody had to take that spot.
Yep.
No, I like it a lot. It's a 10. I'll keep it short and sweet.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So we have 1, 7, and 2 8s working on the 9 10s. So that brings it down to 6, and we've got 7 9s. This did not make it to the 10. I am actually surprised at that, but there you go. It is a 9 we've had, and that means it's awesome. All righty, kids. There we go. Those are the placements right here, and let's find out where they land in the top 15. We'll start with the Lester sisters. Best and worst of the 6s, or favorite and least favorite.
Just play off your memory because you can't see them right now.
And let me remove the cover. Thank you very much for the reminder. All right. There we go. Wonder Woman or Cyclops?
Okay. Did you say the Cyclops drawing was Humberto Ramos?
I don't know about that, but
yeah.
It was,
yes.
Whoa. It is?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You know
why
what?
is he detected?
He's a nice guy. I'll vote for him for my favorite.
Okay, Melissa.
Also Cyclops.
All righty. How about you, RDV?
Cyclops, all the way.
Eric?
Wonder Woman.
Okay, LK.
Probably Wonder Woman, and it's getting late, so I'm going to bow out here. So
Have a good one, LK.
Yeah, okay.
Take care. Zach, which one's the better of them?
Cyclops.
Alrighty, so that
None
puts
of you
that.
pronounced it right.
There you go. And
Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't the sickest of lips. It's
Yes.
the modern
Oh my
version.
gosh.
Matt Murdock, the Sevens, Matt Murdock versus Brainiac. I got to go Matt Murdock on this one. Lester's, what about you? Oh, shoot. No, hold on. Wait, I forgot. Oh, my gosh. I am so sorry, guys.
What?
I'm doing this the old way. I apologize. Let me put this one.
Oh, because he's not checking in the chat's voting on it.
Yeah, I started doing the chat and getting them involved as well. So let me get a piece of paper here. I apologize. I went the other way. Wonder Woman and
Pavlov is
Daredevil.
right.
Okay, so let's go through this again really quick. Amy and Melissa, what you chose the Daredevil, right? Or the Cyclops, right?
Right.
Okay, Wonder Woman and Cyclops. You both chose Cyclops, and Wonder Woman gets 2 down votes.
Zach and I
RDV, you
Zach
went
and I
Cyclops,
both-
Wonder Woman, right?
Me and Zach did, and Eric went, and I believe LK went Wonder Woman.
Okay, Eric and LK went Wonder Woman, and I would go Cyclops on this one. So let's go to the chat. Once again, I apologize, guys. I'll put up something for the start, but for now, I've got your scores. Brian Stam says best is Cyclops, and worst is Wonder Woman. And then let's
Have a good
see,
night,
we've got
Hi.
MK saying Wonder Woman's the best, and then we have Cyclops saying that, or Henry saying Cyclops. And then Ethereal says Cyclops. Psych is better, says Jim. And Black Spiders says the Champions, not the X-Men. Oh, 10 for the X-Men cover.
Yeah. So Dan and Black Spiders were still voting for the Phoenix cover.
Okay, so Dan, what did Dan score it?
6, and
6,
Black Spiders gave it a 10.
Okay, well, that's just 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 5, 6, 11 versus 10. So by 1, it's still a 9. Alrighty, so let's see. Maddie is better. Maddie better? Maddie Betty?
Manny Petty.
I have no idea what that means, Jose. Wonder Woman is the best, says Michael Taylor.
No,
And,
he's saying Daredevil's better. Matt.
Oh, Matt is better. Well, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is best, says Michael Taylor. Alrighty. And let's see. We have, okay, so there we go. All right.
Yeah, they started voting.
Wait until I get the start in there, okay, to vote in the chat. All righty. So the winner of that one is Cyclops. So we put that at the beginning. All righty. Lester Sisters on the sevens. You've got the Daredevil versus Legion.
I guess I'll go with Legion. That's my favorite, I think.
Okay. How about you, Melissa?
I think I'll go with Matt Murdock.
All righty. We've got one for the Daredevil, one for the Legion. All righty. How about you, RDV?
I'm going Murdoch on this. The Legion, it just screams boring to me. Sorry.
Okay.
The cover is,
Nothing wrong with that.
it's a cover.
I am going Matt Murdock.
All right. And Zach.
Matt Murdock.
And I agree with the
Murdoch, I'm coming for you.
All righty. We need that Alice Cooper start speed. Right. Yep. 7 for the Daredevil. Brian Stam says Daredevil. All righty. And Maranya says Daredevil, and so does Henry. And let's see. Jim says Legion, and Glinzer says Legion. Oh, yeah, I put the wrong number in, but we're doing 7s. Jim says Legion, and Glinder said Legion. The 6, 7 covers don't do anything for me. Yeah, but you're supposed to say, like, okay, is Daredevil better or Legion better? Legion from MK and Ethereal. There we go. And all right, let's see. Right now it is Daredevil and winning over Legion, and it's in the right spot here. So I'm going to put this up again, and it'll be go for 8. This time it's really the 8s. All righty. And Lester's, you're going to start us on the Avengers versus the Flash.
Oh, I guess I would go with the Flash.
All righty. And how about you,
Flash.
Melissa?
Flash 2.
Okay, RDV.
Flash.
Eric.
I was gonna just go with but Flash.
Okay, Zach.
Avengers. Somebody's got to be the odd man out.
Well, she's yelling because she's losing. Right?
Well, you're not completely odd. I'm going to go Avengers as well. So is Glenzer. And Brian is going to say Flash, and Jim is going to say the Avengers. Alrighty. And then we have Maranya with Flash, and Michael Taylor with Flash, and MK with Flash. So that's 1, 2, 3. And Jose with Avengers. Zoinks. And there we go. Oh, what? Nope, we got 2 more. Flash and Flash. All right. And at that point, it is 10-5. Clearly, the Flash wins this. Let me put this in its place. There we go. And here we have the 9s. Okay, so once again, wait for me to mark the start in the chat. Lester's, what do you think about the 9s? What is your favorite and least favorite?
Oh, my favorite has to be Lisa's Phoenix comic. Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's my favorite.
And what is your least favorite?
Oh, least favorite? I guess maybe the Spider-Man. The color's a little dull.
Okay. And Melissa.
Okay, my favorite of the 9s. Yeah, it's going to be the Phoenix cover. I'm just too connected to it. And also the Spider-Man for least favorite, I think. Yeah.
Alrighty, RDV. Favorite and least favorite.
Best is Archie.
Cool.
Archie Andrews. Least favorite, I gotta go with that Spider-Man cover. It's just right. Maybe it's because we can't see it all the way up, but it just looks like it just don't paint over it.
Okay. Eric, what do you think?
My favorite, I think, is the Batman. And God, my least favorite's between Archie and Alice, because they were the only 2 I didn't give 10s to. And I think, let's see, who do I piss off? E or VENKMAN? I guess I guess Archie.
Alrighty.
Zach. Unlike E, you're never dead to me, Eric.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome, bro.
Zach, what do you think? What's the best and least
Of the 9s?
of the 9s?
Best is going to be the Batman
My boy.
in the straitjacket. The worst is going to be the Alice Cooper.
My man.
I'm sorry.
That's a funny thing.
Do you want to speak to me through Zach to me or whatever?
Zach, I gotta say, you actually have 5 senses tonight.
It's because I wasn't around electricity for 4 days.
Zach, your parents were never married. Okay, so I'm just fucking. I don't care. It doesn't change my opinion of the cover. Alrighty, obviously I'm going Alice. I love that cover a lot. But if I'm looking at him, especially when I'm looking at the thumbnail, the one that I find to be least interesting is actually the Superman. So I'm going to go that on my least favorite. Let's go to the chat. Glenzer, best is Batman, least is Archie.
Zach, it could be worse. He could say, I hope your Cheerios are soggy.
All right, yes.
That's disgusting.
Maranya says best Superman, worst Batman. All righty. Batman best, Phoenix worst, says MK. Yes, I know the guy. I've talked to him. Best is Batman, worst is Phoenix.
Mario Kart.
Right. Next is Jim saying best is the Lois and worst is Spidey. All righty. And then we have Ethereal. Best is the X-Men. The worst is the Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not doing too well here.
Let's might get down cover.
That's why he's screaming at the sky.
Exactly. Like Ethereal is saying the best is the X-Men. The least is the Spidey. Already, and then and E declares the winner is drumroll Alice Cooper. I know, right? All I'm seeing is the votes for Alice Cooper. The Nine's tough one. X-Men is best. Lois Lane is the worst.
Brian, Archie is the best. X-Men the least.
Let's see. Glenzer changed this stream name to E, losing it over the rankings of Alice Cooper. Batman's the best and Archie is the worst for Michael Taylor. All righty. This is a good group of people, man. Let's see. Zach went from boy to a man in a few seconds in Papa Breen's eyes. Jose says I missed his. Okay, so let me.
He only put down Batman. His biggest favorite.
Saying favorite is Batman. I need your least favorite as well, Jose. All righty. Fun fact: Fruit Loops are just fruity Cheerios. That is a true fact and a much better tasting. Lois Lane is the best. Soups is the worst to Rhaegar.
It's probably you're probably his least favorite now because you skipped him.
All righty, and Lois is the best. I can't tell least favorite. It's a little bit off, but okay. Let's see. The way I'm scoring it is pretty easy. The way I'm placing them is, and if we get any more scores, let me know because I'm not going to be able to see the chat. But the way I do it is it's got to be a ratio of best to worst. So say X-Men has 5 best and 1 worst, so it will probably end up high, but not the highest because 1 got 6 and only one downvote, and that is Batman. Oh, I should go the other direction, shouldn't I? But I just announced the winner of the 9s. Okay, so let's see. The worst of them would be Archie had 1 upvote, but 3 downvotes. And then Alice Cooper ended up. Oh, wait, nope. Superman. Archie had 1 and 3. Superman had 1 and 2 already. And then Alice Cooper had 1 and 1. So he would go here. All righty. Wait. I'm sorry. I messed up. Spider-Man had 6 downvotes and 0 upvotes. And then we have, let's see, 2 and 1 for Lois Lane. There you go. Then we had 5 and 1 for X-Men and 6 and 1 for Batman. So that's where they go. And now that, once again, in the chat, don't vote yet until I put up the go. But Lester's, if you want to start us off, what is your favorite between Hulk and Green Lantern? All righty, and let me get the go for the 10s.
I think between the 2 of them, I like the Hulk one.
Ditto.
Yeah.
All righty, RDV.
I'm going Hulk.
Eric.
Ain't he unglamorous?
What?
Ever loving Hulk.
Oh.
Hulk.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. All right. All righty. And Zach.
I gotta go Green Lantern.
Just to be odd man out.
Always.
All righty, so we're leaving the
My
panel with
toddler.
5
Wait,
to
so-
1.
Zach, the
Michael
fact that you're
says
here-
Hulk, and so does Glenn Zer. All righty, and then we get a Green Lantern from Jose and Brian.
Zach, the
All
fact
right,
that you're here,
next
you're
up,
not going
we've
to be on
got
Tuesday
Hulk
then?
from Ethereal and Bruce Banner from Henry. Reminds me of the Iron Maiden album cover. Oh, the Peace of Mind. Yeah, I love that album. All right, and then we had let's see, Hulk from Ethereal Dragon and Henry. What were you saying, RDB?
I was asking Zach if he's here. Does it mean he's not showing up on Tuesday or Thursday?
Oh,
I can't make promises. We'll see.
Jim says 10, and for our Jim says Hulk, and MK says Green Lantern. And we have Hulk is best there is, says Rhaegar. And during the top 9, Batman and the 2 covers competing for the best of the show, losing it covers need a good dose of green. Yeah. Green Lantern from Shirls. Okay, and here's how it landed, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, you were listening. It stays where it is because the Hulk got 12 votes and Green Lantern got 5. So the 15, we have Wonder Woman grieving Steve's death at 15. 14 is the Weird Mouth Cyclops. 13 is the big-handed Brainiac 5. What is this? 15, 14, 13, 12 is Matt Murdock's Nostrils. 11 is Scarlet Witch mourning the death of the Vision. 10 is the Flash going nuts over murdering the Top. 9 is Spider-Man in the Red Rain. 8 is Veronica getting mad at Archie. 7 is Superman surviving a nuclear war. 6 is the best cover of all time. 5 is Lois Lane. 4, X-Men, Phoenix going crazy. 3, Batman going crazy. 2 is the iconic Green Lantern cover. And number 1 is the Incredible Hulk cover that I'm betting a lot of you guys didn't know about before tonight.
This is very cool.
And that is awesome. All righty, there you go, gang. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Now, one thing we have been doing recently, and I kind of have fun doing this also, if y'all don't mind, I will show off the rejects.
Connecting.
Yeah. For the because I like hearing when you guys are like, oh wow, those would be better. All right, here we go. Let me get to them. Atlas Heroes losing it. All righty, and I didn't have a lot of extras on this one, but I'll show them off here anyway. All righty. Because I think it's fun. I think it's fun showing, because I mean, at least it says something, you know, it lets me, I don't know, I look for everything anyway, so showing it off is kind of fun. It kind of justifies all the work put in. Here we have Ninjak number 23.
Huh.
X-Men number 58 with Havoc. Daredevil, this was the other Daredevil I was looking at.
Would have been a better one.
Well, I think it's a crisper and cleaner and, of course, more iconic. For what we were going for, I thought the crazy looking Matt's eyes and face. So I put that up there. This is very iconic. I mean, it's excellent. This is the other.
That would have been better.
What? This one?
You could have shown a blank space, and I was going to say that just now.
Okay. All righty. And then we have, this is the other Lois Lane. Get out of my magazine, Superman. I'm leaving Metropolis to start a new life. One that doesn't include you. I had the choice between the two of them. I thought the other one was funnier. Just went with that one. And then we have Howard the Duck. This is the other Superman. Or
That would have been better.
Well, it's Gilcan, I know, yeah. And then we have Lois Lane, and the reason why is right here in the corner. This is why I didn't include it. Right here in the corner, we have the Mad Woman of Metropolis. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, next up, this is another Daredevil cover I was considering using. But I at the time I still had both Death of Superman and the Avengers in the thing. I was like, we don't need another Paeta. Here is another Batman. I was thinking, as I've done as he commanded, Wayne Mander and everything, and is destroyed. I thought the look on his face was great, but then when I read the cover, I realized he's not going crazy. He's being mind controlled.
Call me governor.
There you go. Yes.
Oh.
And this was what also, I think I should have included this one, though. You know, I know sometimes you guys go, wow, that one would have been better. I actually think this one would have been better. And then we have the Iron Man. I wanted to include this because they drew a furrowed brow on Iron Man and sunken in cheeks to show he's angry. So, and oh, that was for the thumbnail. And this is Spider-Man. And this is another Superman. One failure and you forget all the good I've done. You miserable ingrates, I'm through with you. Yeah. So there you go. Those are the rejects for tonight. Yeah.
Was that is that Anne Rice? The last one?
No, it was Ninjak. I don't know. It's Valiant.
It looked like the girl from the Arithmetics.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Wasn't there a cover with Iron Man tossing his helmet? That would have been losing it.
Number 21.
Yeah, we did that one already.
I didn't know you could throw a bounce pass with an iron helmet.
I know, right? Boing.
Let's see. Superman demands a recount 9s. Let's see. That would have been a 10 fest. Those Havoc and Daredevil covers are awesome. Yeah. That Daredevil is much better. Hissy Fit cover. Every 70s Lois Lane has it going berserk. Yeah. The Daredevils that was a hard choice. That really was. I just thought the one that I included represented what we were talking about better. Soups is a little fat, says Henry. I like the Lois Lane that made the cut. Me too. I like the Bats one, but objectively not great. The Batman is better. I like the Spider-Man better, the one where he's grieving. Gotta ask, which is the better movie you think? Jaws or Jaws? Jaws is better than Jurassic Park. Yes. Superman failed to win a trivia quiz on Entertainment Time. Yep. Hey, we've had repeats before. I see how it is. Yep. We're blocking out Iron Man. That's the rule. It's not my rule. Ask Eric about it.
Oh no.
What?
About we're not allowed to have Iron Man. This entire show is his, by the way. He runs everything. He tells me what covers.
Good evening, Maranyas Cleaver. You're looking lovely tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go, gang. Let's find out what is now tomorrow's date night and football night. And we've decided that we're going to take breaks on Monday and Thursday for football for LK and Eric. And the fact that I don't have to leave my wife on date night. Now, that doesn't mean we won't do a live stream if she falls asleep early or something, you know. But the truth is we've been having a lot of date nights where she falls asleep by herself because I come to do the show. And that's just not Henry. I was joking. Iron Man is on the table. I want to do a Tales of Suspense Iron Man where we look at the old covers. So we're not going to be doing tomorrow, but on Tuesday, we're doing the first 12 issues of the Savage She-Hulk. Actually, we might. Yeah.
I was going to say that it'd be worse if she's having a date night without you. And you're on here live streaming.
Right. Yes. But yeah, on Tuesday we're doing the Savage She-Hulk, and on Wednesday we're doing Adam Hughes covers. And the rejects on that one is going to take about 20 minutes because Adam Hughes has about 1,000 awesome covers I've got to sift through and pick the most interesting of, without repeating characters and preferably without repeating poses.
How about you pick the ones that you don't think are good and put those up?
Like I'll put up the
so people can complain because they always want the rejects.
Oh yeah, every time I show the rejects are better than the ones I put up. Yeah.
So
I'll be listening to Comics Division on Monday and Thursday. Good man. I wouldn't mind being on the show again. I haven't talked to comics in a long time. He used to be on the show every night. When my channel was bigger, I had him on my show all the freaking time. When his channel was bigger, you know what's going on. I'm chopped liver.
Good night.
I would have disputed you last year on Jurassic Park, but I've recently conceded that Jaws is objectively a better movie. Oh, good night, Lesters.
Yeah, they're trying
Park
to
has some continuity shenanigans that Jaws doesn't. Yep.
They're trying to get a word in.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's hard sometimes. Take it from me. I've just announced my exits in chat before.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Lester's talk away.
I'm sure they are wherever they are.
Yeah. That son of a bitch never lets us speak. Oh, goodness. Despite that, I still prefer Park. I understand a lot of 90s kids may like Jurassic Park better, you know, because it's part of their childhood.
Well, it's a one and done for me because at the time when I watched it, I was young. Now that I'm watching it older, I'm like, it's kind of boring.
Really?
It's kind of like the Lost World, same thing. It's like I read the books. I had to read the books were actually a little more fun.
I will recommend you go back to it in about 3, maybe 5 years. Try it again. There was a period where I would watch Jaws and I would skip the entire beginning part. Get the guys to the boat, or you know, at least do the beach scene and then get them to the boat. And then it's like, no, I've got to. I love the whole thing again.
Austin, that was actually the most gripping part of the movie was that big scene with the guy get pulled in a raptor cage because he couldn't see it, and all of a sudden he's just pulled in, and all they have left is an arm. You know,
Robert Shaw's amazing in Jaws.
It just got the point where I'm like, now I'm watching, every time I watch a movie with him, Samuel Jackson, I'm like, did he survive the snake on a plane? Because it seems like he gets eaten by animals, no matter what movie it is.
Yeah. By the way, he did. Yes. Jaws was the inspiration for all these shark movies. Yep. But there you go. All righty, kids. What do you have going on mañana?
Well, tomorrow night, as always, we're going to be the Teen Titans Go on the channel.
Teen Titans Go.
And then Tuesdays will be our top 5. Wednesdays, I'm going to have Drew on the channel, along with possibly Aaron Sparrow, talk about their new book coming out. And on Thursday, you'll be on there, Best of the Week. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're doing the reading stuff again. So,
all righty. Okay, well, there you go. Join them for that. And as always, thank you very much for hanging out. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe. If you're listening in, you want to put your scores in when the video is posted, do that. We've got a gentleman named Wraith who always does that, and I do include his. That being said, as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, kids.